tell you, the Holocaust did happen.
I am the answer to all living things who cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth, ally to gold, nightmare to you. And I am the son of a shepherd. Hoo-hoo.
How you doing, guys? This is Peter Calamus, the voice of Goku and Rolf, and you are listening to the For the Glory podcast with Fats and MicSpam. Enjoy it.
I need to edit this so I have a video that plays awesome fucking shit that I can't do. But that is the For the Glory podcast, just like he said. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam.
Oh. Jay coming in hot. He's just like, no, fuck you, MicSpam. This is my show now.
I'm the co-host.
But Jay is my new roommate. Now, sadly, ex-coworker.
And now he thinks he just runs the place, doesn't he?
Yeah, now he's like, well, my new job is your stream, bro.
Correction, that's not a thought.
Oh, man. But how you doing tonight, man? What's good? What'd you do today?
Oh, pretty much just focused, because, you know, I'm doing music, so I just focused on my marketing strategy for that.
Oh, that's true. That's one thing I did forget. I wanted you to send me one of your songs.
Jay's not picking up on the mic properly.
That's like recorded pretty
Is
decently.
it picking up?
Jay's not picking up on the mic properly. The video was, though.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I feel like the Verizon guy. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you, but when your voice drops a little bit, the mic stops picking you up.
Okay. All right.
Does this sound any better?
If he turns the gain up, it should be
I
better.
turned the gain up.
Oh,
so
okay, good. Never mind.
it
I'm
should
not
be
going to
good.
change my voice then.
Does it sound better when I talk like this?
Let me give it that Barry White. But anyways, yeah, so I just pretty much was focusing on that for today. So I found out, you know, a particular marketing strategy so the way I can make money from it. Got invested a couple $100s, but it's not too much money. And if everything does go well,
Selling
I
coke?
can make a decent amount of profit from it. So
Selling coke?
dude, we don't talk about that on Twitch, okay?
Yeah, man, this shit's recorded.
You got my FaceTime. If you need anything, let me
Do
know.
I?
No, you don't. I was just kind of going with it, but you're kind of ruining it right now.
What?
Now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up.
Wait. You're asking about cocaine like a civilized gentleman, like a goddamn adult.
Like a guy.
There it is.
That's what you get for acting like an adult. No. It's pretty much I'm gonna be selling merch because that's how you make money from music. You get people to like you, and then you sell them stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no one buys music anymore.
Exactly.
They buy this merch, like the cool hoodies.
You gotta make socks like Chance.
Oh, you want to see my my first design?
Oh yeah. Bring up his drawing. He's got
I'll
a
be right
sweet little logo. It's very detailed. But yeah, Jay is a rapper. Makes pretty good shit. Honestly, I wanted to get one of his songs that we could
I don't know if you
play.
guys
That's
see
not
that.
gonna get copy stricken.
This.
Here.
It's impossible for it to get copy stricken. I'm not getting
Jay's
paid for
gonna
it.
claim us.
Jay's not gonna claim no money if he does. So.
That looks like a mix between like 5 different anime symbols that I could list. One being a Pokeball.
Well, here, describe it, Jay. You give a good
It's like
explanation.
Pokeball,
Alright.
Ankh, Yin Yang, with
Yes.
He's on.
You're actually
the hat on it.
Yeah, you're pretty much close enough to it. There is an Ankh in there. There's the Eye of Horus. There's a circle that symbolizes complete. The extra thick bar in the middle is for strength. There's also a moon in there if you look pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty detailed. There is going to be a yin-yang aspect to it, but this is actually 2 images, but the second image is incomplete because it'll be much easier to complete in Photoshop than it would be on paper. So I just wrote the instructions to do the Photoshop portion that I want to do to it in like the upper left-hand corner or some shit. Yeah.
If you're gonna be printing that on clothing, you could do some really interesting design. Just
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on like
just
everything,
with
dude.
Yeah,
the
just
first,
with the colors that you use in that though.
yeah, the first thing for sure it's gonna be is a pendant because that's for me the cheapest thing to get in mass bulk and then make a decent profit from. Like for example, it's gonna cost about $100 to get 100 pieces. like or so or whatever, and then I'll make $5 off each one. So in total, I end up making about a $350 something profit, which is much better than all my other stuff where I had to invest so much more money and get such a smaller profit margin. So shirts and hats are gonna take a bit of a while to start coming through. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give like an MP3 player with some headphones along with the little, you know, charm pendant or whatever, and that way they'll have my music to listen to whenever they get an opportunity. And it's also a flash drive, so if they want to delete my stuff and use it as that, they can. I mean, I don't recommend it, of course, but I mean they can. You know, it's pretty much, that's the expense of it. That's where a lot of my profit starts to drop, is when I give away free stuff like that. But it will help with getting me known, since no one knows me, you know, type of thing. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, after this podcast, I think everyone's gonna know you, because everybody watches the For the Glory podcast.
Hi, friends.
Everybody. I think our podcast with Rachel got like the most views ever.
Really?
From YouTube anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I gotta get last week's up, and this one up will be a little quicker. We're gonna be a little quicker.
This one's on.
Oh, nice. In the process.
I gotta make a Rolf themed thumbnail
You definitely
for
do.
the previous one.
Oh shit. Well, let's jump on in. MicSpam.
Yeah.
What were you given this week? Because I don't even remember. Ergo Proxy.
Yeah, to look it up. Ergo Proxy.
Playing.
I can see that.
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know, because I'd never heard of this before, and it's older than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it sounds super familiar. Ergo Proxy.
Okay, keep it low. It's an audio.
The long and short is I did like it a lot. It's definitely, I can't say I love it. It's not quite hooking me, but I'm definitely intrigued. Will I watch more? Strong, maybe?
How many episodes did you get?
3.
You did the... Okay, got it.
The bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
It,
It's not slacking. It's really all you gotta do.
Fuck you, man. Whatever.
We've watched so many. I'm like, that's no hate at all. Watching the 3, you know, that zombie one, I'm glad I only had to watch 3. Any more, and I would have been pissed. Zombie Land Saga, last week's episode. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Set the scene for the show. It revolves around this hot chick who I love. She's a detective for some government agency that hunts down these I guess they're like robotic units that their society had been using that are exposed to some sort of virus and become sentient and start resisting against the humans. So she works for a government agency to track and hunt those things down, because once they gain sentience, they actually are, because of the way they're programmed, like pretty intelligent things.
It's like AI.
Yeah. Like, some of the things that get infected are just like battle bot type things, just like little, like 9-foot tall robots with guns on them.
Little 9-foot-tall robots.
Right.
Like,
Well,
Little. That
Well, I said,
oxymoron.
well, I pulled back from it. It's not like a battle bot where it's like 30 feet tall or anything.
okay.
It's not a Gundam.
It's not a gun. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah.
No big O here.
And then there are these other type of units that are more for made to be like assistants to people or just companions, and they're like more complex in the way that they're programmed, so they can have conversations with you and shit.
Okay.
But the
And-
virus apparently makes them sentient, break their code, and this and that. There's some unknown world-ending event that had gone on, and this is really the last city that's left on the planet. something to do with the virus, I'm assuming. But it's not really explicitly stated.
This action is intense
It's
right
looking
now.
like Berserk a little bit.
I like the art style right now.
The art style is good.
It looks
is.
very dark, I would say.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
not, I don't know.
Very
It's
high use of
it's got
shadows.
a big air of mystery on it. So that kind of lays down the groundwork. This girl is a detective, and she runs into this thing, and she was like, "What the fuck is that thing?" So she starts checking it out, and then she starts finding out that all the big government organizations seem to be trying to stop her from checking out what this thing is, which is the thing you saw break out of the lab in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes on to keep trying to find out what's going on with this thing, and it breaks into her house and attacks her. And then she realizes, oh fuck, the government is covering up anything that's happening about that. It like erased her robot assistant's memory, and like they tried to get her like a psychiatric diagnosis to say she hallucinated the whole thing.
Oh man,
Oh wow.
they're just covering it
And-
up.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes
which is
sense.
really cool to me. Just the strongest points of the show for me right now are the concepts, because I love the government corruption angle, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I love the kind of detective angle that it's going.
What up, Ben?
It's got like a sort
Your
of
orange
mystery
juice
solving
spokesperson.
sort of
Thank
thing
you,
going
sir. I
on,
appreciate it.
which I'm a fan of. And the action's cool, and I like the chick a lot. She's a super badass.
Nice. Badass
And
female protagonists can be very good.
And it does keep the mystery going. It's definitely revealing things to you in a slow manner, which through the first episode I would almost say is a bit of a detractor, because you're watching things happening with almost no context.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start slowly giving you context as it goes on. But like a baby died in the second episode.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's so raw.
Savage.
Jeez.
So, you know, for a second episode, and you got a baby.
Yeah, they let you know how hardcore they are right away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One lesson.
My worst notes about it. It doesn't really have an OP as far as I can tell.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, he didn't talk about the song. Is there a song?
I didn't hear one.
Wow.
It kind of just rolls a couple credits and gets right into the episode. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative, honestly.
I think that's a positive.
If done correctly,
lot-
I think it could be definitely a positive.
Well, the reason why I think it's positive is because a lot of times, unless the intro is like just a bunch of goofy randomness, like some animes do, they give a lot of spoilers in that. And if you take that away and you're watching,
But a lot of times that's just longer series that have that issue. Like I've been spoiled by One Piece from the
Yeah,
intro.
I was gonna say
From the
Naruto
new intro
does
coming
that.
out, and like longer running
Bleach.
series tend to
Yeah.
kind of do that more so than I think this is 26 episodes.
and then it's not.
It's like, oh, it's the guy who's just introduced. Oh, look, he's fighting that guy with some cool looking. Whoa, what was that? And then teases you, but it's like, you know they're gonna fight each other, so it's like, cool, great.
hype you up for it, I guess.
But sorry, we kind of just diverted. My bad.
They don't really do that so much in these shorter series. They tend to have more of like an artistic based kind of opening. And it's also one of the big things that I base my scores off of, if the show has a good opening or not.
I see. So, did you say what you rated this as yet?
No, not yet.
Is that
He's
the
still
end? Okay.
gone.
The art style is the second thing that it has going for it.
Okay.
It's definitely interesting and different.
Yeah, I'm seeing this footage. Yeah, that chick looks awesome.
Yeah,
Like the blue mascara or shadow she's got.
I like her. She looks like Olivia Wilde went through like a goth chic phase.
Yes, that's hot.
I know. Where was I? And my other big detractor kind of is, it's kind of walking the line between keeping things mysterious and just not giving you context. And there's a lot of weird shit that happens that they should kind of go over a bit more. Like the leader of whatever government organization they work for is her grandpa, who's like wheelchair bound. And he doesn't say anything, but he's in like a room full of statues that talk to you for some reason. And they don't explain that at all. And it's not just like one interaction with that, it's multiple interactions with this person talking through statues, seemingly, with different voices.
What?
This
Yeah,
sounds so fucked up right now.
And to be fair, these are
Right?
kind of minor scenes. They're this guy will go have a dialogue with him, and then next episode she goes in and has a dialogue with him, and it's only ever like a couple minute dialogue.
Is it like Mass Effect the anime?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
What
good.
kind of mindset do you think you would have to have in order to fully enjoy this type of anime going into watching it?
You need to be a sci-fi fan for sure.
Okay.
Because one thing I've noticed with sci-fi animes, anyway,
Uh-huh.
is you can't expect to get everything out of it from the beginning, because sci-fi animes just hold information from you
On purpose.
the whole way through until the end is when you get to know what's really going on. And
Okay.
for me, that's almost frustrating because I'm going through this show and I don't have context. And you could introduce new ideas, but if you tease them 12 episodes beforehand and then don't give you, and then are just ambiguous and weird about it for the next 10 episodes, it's annoying to me.
It's like a giant tease.
So if you're into sci-fi stuff, and that's like typical for the things, like that if you're going to be watching a show, you're in it for the long haul, then yeah, I could see how you could definitely really enjoy this.
Okay.
Like I said, I might continue with it. It left episode 3 on a pretty big cliffhanger.
Okay.
Ooh. That's what my show did, and I caved.
And it is interesting, but I don't know if it's quite given me enough. All that being said,
What's the score? What's the score? A solid 8. Ooh, that's good.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
take it.
And you gotta also take into account that's considering the fact that it's missing an intro, and he uses that to base it too.
So to be fair, I've been giving MicSpam a lot of sci-fi anime, and I'm wondering how would you say this compares to like the other ones? Like what you gave last week's a good score.
definitely one of the better because it goes on
Well, last-
sort of it goes from the angle of like a detective, and I love it. I love anything that really has to do with like government conspiracy shit, which is clearly going on here.
Okay.
I like the dynamic of a sheltered society that the government is keeping happy yet doing evil shit in the background and then covering it up. Sound familiar?
Yeah, absolutely. To be 100% fair, this is more of a Roger pick that I approved. So kudos to him for a solid choice.
Awesome sauce, Roger.
Now, what are you giving me? Oh God.
Ooh, I should have pulled up the video. Let me get it. I'm excited.
What's the name of it?
I don't know. I forget.
You're excited, but you forget.
Oh,
You're
Kyle made a point earlier. He said that he's been giving you quite a few sci-fi. Do you think that's like affecting your judgment as time go on? Like in the beginning, you would have gave a not so favorable review of something, because you
No,
weren't
I don't
used to?
think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty objective with my ratings. I think while I understand now more what it took me a few series
Okay.
to understand like why sci-fi anime was like that. It's like, you know, if you're in there, you're in there for the long run, so they can hold off shit for a while.
Okay.
But that doesn't really mean I like it anymore. And it also, like, the good thing about this is it doesn't get into the science too much.
Oh.
Which is great, because once they start talking about bullshit fake science, they lose me immediately.
That's good.
Bullshit fake science.
So
Yeah.
so
They-
when
they
the
just
end
like-
comes and they give you that big dosage of that fake science and you just get so pissed off that you turn your 8 into a 2.
No, I don't know about that. Like, it's a good show. It's a good show. Sure.
No. Ooh.
I like that they're just like,
He's giving you this?
Yeah.
There are these robots.
This is an awesome anime.
They're just like, there are these robots. That's all we're going to say. They're robots. We're not going to make up why their AI is so intelligent. We're not going to make up why they're able to be affected by this virus. Because they're a robot and they shouldn't be, you know, able to catch disease. But they just don't bring it up. And I'm cool with that. I'd rather them not bring it up than to try to explain it away with some sort of science that sounds like nothing.
Yeah, definitely. So, fun fact about this show, I was going to try to give it to you, but it seems like you beat me. But have you seen this?
No, I told you how I found it last time.
Really? I might have found it in a similar fashion. It's called The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. So this is like a slice of life weird anime.
But it's pretty good.
Ooh. Suave alien pink-haired guy?
Manipulate fire. Better hide the evidence. He saw.
Basically, if One Punch Man was a slice of life.
You have got to be kidding me. For me, it's all about getting out of this as unremarkably as possible. That's the challenge.
It's gonna crash in the water.
What a pain. How am I gonna get out of this one?
It's one big
It's really
hit.
good. It's really good. Good. pick.
That looks very
You
interesting.
should watch it too.
I mean, I'm going to.
I
I
meant
mean, you
Mike's
meant
fan.
this. Oh, Mike's fam?
Because he said he hasn't watched it.
That's true.
I find Fats so much gold that I don't get to watch because I give it to him.
Well, he was gonna give it to you.
I was going to give you that one. I didn't think it would be up your alley because I was giving you crap. I wasn't sure about that one because it was like a Roger style slice of life. And I think that's how I had heard of it.
It
He
looks fucking
had recommended
hilarious.
it.
Just from the clips I saw, it looked fucking fun.
The
Like I
thing
said,
with
it's
slice
like-
of life
it's
can.
It's
The
like
thing.
if One Punch Man was a slice of life, essentially.
Sort
The
of.
thing
yeah.
about the slice of life anime style, though, is it's almost like pop comedy in the sense that it pops up some bits. It's just a bunch of bits scattered about, and there's no real actual story. And then some of the bits are really funny, and they put them in these funny compilations, and then the rest of the bits are just way over my head, or I'm just bad, or they're just not funny. So I
Well,
just don't.
I do hope you won't be disappointed with Saiki K. It wasn't bad in my opinion, and I don't typically like slice of life.
Also, I watched Nichijou as an assignment, and I struggled to get through 3 episodes of that because every episode there was like 2 funny moments scattered between like 15 minutes of why am I watching this? This is weird.
Yeah, Ben, everyone likes Sakura.
Akira what? There's a lot of Akiras.
The
True.
movie.
The movie though is good. I give it that 100%.
I didn't see the movie.
But can we just jump to the huge spoiler alert? MicSpam gave Giant Gold, Diamond Wealth, amazing anime this week because
It's what
I'm
I
gonna definitely watch the shit out of this show
That's
now.
what I do.
And
It's
Good
just
job,
what I do.
man.
I was
like it.
given Black Clover, and man, I didn't really know anything about this until
Was my
I remembered that I
synopsis
did.
good?
I mean, yeah, it really was. It's an exact, like, if you've seen Fairy Tail, it's the same creator.
And Rave Master.
And I guess that I've never heard of
Yeah.
that. But
You've
I've
never
watched
heard?
all
Oh my
of
God.
Fairy
What?
Tail.
That was my jam in middle
What?
school.
Thank you. MicSpam knows.
See, I'm an uncultured
You
fuck.
uncultured
We already
fuck.
know that. So, moving on. This was made. I actually did watch, like, one of my guilty pleasures was I watched all of Fairy Tail. I was caught up, and now new shit has come out, so I need to re-catch up. Because that shit was good. It was
Yes.
funny. The characters were all insanely unique. This show has all of that. Honestly, I was a little worried at first because I had to get used to the main character's voice. I do have a note page. Oh yeah, opening is insanely good. I like the song. The guitar is great. I don't think that's playing right now. This is just a trailer. But
You don't have a clip?
I do have a clip. I have a
'Cause I haven't watched this show. I have just seen clips from it. And
Oh,
it looks
it-
great. And I like the premise of I'm gonna be the best wizard with a giant hunk of iron.
Exactly. So, quick sit out episode. They perfectly like played the first 3 episodes. Like it deserved the 10. Like I was confused on episode 1, and then it ended very well, and then episode 2, I would say it started off with 10 years ago, so I was like, oh, really? Because episode 1, I wanted to know what happens next. They tease you hardcore. But then the flashback, the backstory was so good. And then they flash right, and it transitioned right into when he pulls the sword. Oh. So to give a little setting, just to get up to this point, it's a giant magical world. This is it's basically... Naruto is the main character, because if you have to give it to MicSpam, because Natsu is definitely the main character, but he hasn't seen Fairy Tail, so it's Naruto's the main character, but he's basically
I have
Rock.
seen
It,
Broccoli.
It's not all of it.
oh God, it's so good. He's basically the Rock if Naruto was Rock Lee. He has no magic in a
Awesome.
world where magic is everything. Like, he's getting ripped on by this, like, 8-year-old orphan he lives with, because he's an orphan, too. And he's, like, 7 or 8, and he could use magic. He's just, like, heating up the pot of tea or whatever. He's like, man, that must really suck not being able to use magic. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be the Magic King because I'm the best. I'm going to be the Hokage. It's going to be amazing. That's his goal. Oh, I really had to get used to his voice. But once I did, the story they built it around, they do it really fast. But I was, like, paying real good attention. So, you know, you got the 9 squads of the mages. It's a built-up magical kingdom. Magic is everywhere, and he can't do it. So he just trains in the forest and gets super buff, but he's tiny, so he doesn't look that way. Oh, the animation is phenomenal. It's just like Fairy Tail. It's the fight scenes are ridiculous. When he gets the sword out of the book, like the backstory of the Clovers, like, oh, they're these 2 brothers who are orphans, and they go travel in, and they give out these magic books. The books choose you. His brother gets the super god book, and then he gets super made fun of because he didn't get a book. Like, no book for you. That sucks. So he gets made fun of like a shit ton, but he's like oblivious to all of it, and just, he's fine. Whatever. Shrug it off. Peoples be peoples. And then he ends up, his brother, they want to steal his book. He shows up and is like, no, I'm going to stop you. And then he almost gets to the point, because the guy's using magic, he don't got none, so he gets wrecked. And he's like almost to the point where, oh, I'm defeated. And his brother's like, no, I'm your rival. He like motivates him, even though he shits on him daily. He motivates him there. A book flies down from the heaven. He pulls out this giant iron sword and destroys the guy. Well, then, end of episode. Then, next episode,
pulls
10
the
years
sword
ago.
out, end of episode?
Yeah, it was a
That
giant
is-
tease, but The backstory made
that
up
is
for
hard to not watch the next episode.
Exactly. Exactly. But I mean, that was episode 1, so I had to watch episode 2 anyway. But I wanted to, so I just kept going. I gave the backstory of the 2 kids, which is phenomenal. I'm just saying, just fucking watch it, guys. It's really good. These 2 kids, one's super magic, the other's no magic. But they did this clover thing, and it's like 3 clover book. If you get a 3 clover book, you're good. But the super ancient mage who saved the kingdom and started life, whatever.
Mike keeps like peeking.
I don't know. Sorry. He had the same 4-leaf book that he got. Well, his book that came down is like all dusty and shitty, so you can't really. It's like, is that even really a grimoire, which is what they call the books? But it turns out he has a 5-leaf clover book, and the 5th leaf, like the 4th leaf that
anti-magic.
Yeah.
Oh, the 4th leaf stands for luck, and the 5th leaf, what they said specifically, stands for demon. So it was like, oh shit, he's a fucking demon kid. Oh, because backstory of them is essentially there's just 2 kids who they don't know. You don't really get much. They were just found at a church and were raised at a church, some tiny orphan church. That's it.
I've seen clips from what I assume are some later battles in the series. Shit's lit.
The animation is phenomenal, and I would 100% say it is definitely similar to Fairy Tail, but it is the same creator, so obviously. Like, they had really good fight scenes.
You haven't watched Rave
I've
Master.
heard way better reviews about this show than I ever had of Fairy Tail.
I need to watch Rave Master.
You do. It's actually still a good watch.
Nah, it doesn't hold up.
It doesn't? No way. It does.
No, it does not.
The dialogue.
I love my knight, or my characters. Okay, he's God Magic Brother. Asta, horrible, parentheses, Naruto but Rock Lee in that he can't do magic. Just like Lee tries to force out magic through insane workouts. Like, he's doing 1,000, like, handstands with one, like, handstand push-ups with one hand, and he's doing them in in sets of 1,000. Like, this kid's nuts. Yeah. Superman.
I mean, it's pretty light work compared to Lee, but sure.
And yeah, Guy Sensei.
I mean, well, Taijutsu.
I don't know. They're both ridiculous. This show has a lot of characters.
They had Chi Chakra.
And yeah, it forced me to go well past my bedtime. Like, I watched this until 1 in the morning last night. Work kind of sucked in the morning because I was super tired. But it was worth it because it was freaking dope. Like, oh man, the cliffhangers they do in all these episodes are great. He goes to do the entrance exam and he fails everything. My favorite scene, I thought I had it clipped, but I'm just gonna describe it because it's fucking awesome. Like, he fails everything. The first one's like, fly a broom. If you can't fly a broom, why are you even fucking here? He can't do shit. He can't even get off the ground. He's like, wow, if he had any magical power, he'd at least be able to float. How did he get in here? And then this one guy keeps helping him along the way. He's like, oh, don't worry, just focus, man. Now hit the targets with the magic spell. Can't even shoot one, but he's like, come on, man, just relax. And then the last one though is a fight, actual combat. So then he's like, "Hey man, you want to?"
Some magic nerd.
Oh, this magic nerd he's a funny character. Honestly, he does this like ha ha great quote. It's really good. I'm pretty sure he comes back from the stupid spoiler episode I watched. But he's like, all right. Now I'm gonna just fucking crush your orphan ass and go back home, bitch. And I'm gonna use my awesome shit and crush you. Okay, bye. And then he walks away and he's just like, wait, what? What did you just say to me? And he just walks back and he's like thinking in his head, now I'm gonna impress the 9 like captains who are watching all the entrance exams. I'm gonna impress them with my cool shit and my bubble defense and super offense. And he's like, basically before he finishes the sentence, he's like, you can have like the first hit or some shit. He's already taking it and pulls out his sword in this awesome fucking the way he does it with the black like flames almost kind of flying around and the epic music. He pulls out the sword and absolutely destroys him in one hit, like just dead. You're fucked. Bye.
Get wrecked.
And then they do this ridiculous process of picking people. You just call all like 500 some candidates one by one, and then the captains raise their hand if they're like, yeah, I'll take him. And if more people raise their hand for you, then you get picked. And then they didn't until they got to like 77. One person finally raised their hand. It's like, all right, I'll take that guy. It's like gym class, but like way worse. Because he's the one scene that was funny in that he just sees this guy. He goes up, nobody raises their hand. Get out of here, no hands. And he just walks away. Oh, guess I'll go back to my farm and till the fields for the rest of my life until I die. And they just flashes to the main character, and he's like, holy shit. Oh, it was fantastic. I'm gonna like probably binge watch this anime. It absolutely gets 100% of 10.
This magic competition is interesting. I'll take the kid with no magic and the sword as big as he is.
It was great. The one guy finally picks him on his team, and he's like, all right, we need to go to the base. You gotta use this portal magic. Oh, wait. You can't use portal magic. Oh, well, here we go. Yeet! Just chucks him through the portal, hopes he makes it. He's fine. But he'll be fine. Just chucks him through. Oh, man. Like, I'm like, going to be binging on this show.
It gets crazy, dude.
It's a 10.
It gets crazy.
I was gonna say, I know I went a little hardcore, but if you wanted to add anything, because did you watch all of it?
I read it.
Oh, you read all of it.
I did watch like what they had at the time when it like first came out, so kind of like season 1. And I know that you guys are nowhere near, or at that time you guys were like nowhere near what was like done in the book.
Yeah.
And I was like, bruh, this shit gets epic, crazy epic, like legit. Like you have no idea. Like I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm not gonna do that.
No,
you know?
don't do that because
But,
I'm actually definitely going to watch this.
It's amazing. Let's just put it that way. MicSpam, if you haven't seen this, you better hop on it too, because that's just the way it is. You know. This is like...
I'm giving it a solid 10. I give out 10s, though, like... I'm giving out...
Like hugs.
Yeah, like...
Yeah,
like
out
hugs.
at about 3 times the rate that I do. Now, that might just speak to how good I am at giving out anime.
Yeah,
I think absolutely. You have a talent.
Yes.
He knows what I like. Yeah, I like it.
I just know what's good, man. Like, objectively. I like quality shit, and then I know what's subjectively good, like the fucking what's it called? I finished it too. It was awesome. Bakano.
What?
Oh yeah, the fighting one.
It too. It was great.
Oh,
the old 19.
Oh no, that was the gangster one. Yeah, it was made by the Cowboy Bebop creators, right?
I loved it. It was amazing. Now, I don't think anyone else, if you would ask 100 people, I don't think anyone else would give it a 10. But I loved it.
Have you seen stuff like Samurai Champloo?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you never know. You've seen it too, right? Have you seen Samurai Deeper Kyo?
Yes.
Where do you guys watch this shit?
Those shows
this
actually
was
for
the
me
shit
came
back
out
in the
I
day.
just one
Like, this
track
was the
minded. Like I watched all of Bleach, then I just watched Naruto once a week.
This was the hot shit back in the day. Like,
yeah, back in the day.
Like this was the hot shit back in like middle school.
It was like I didn't really have like internet and shit, so I had to catch shit, and I never caught shit like.
That's what I'm talking about. I found
repetition.
Rave Master through the manga at my school's library.
Yeah. Rave Master, man, I used to like literally spend all day inside of bookstores and go through all their manga books.
Fuck yeah, dude! Rave Master was the shit.
Yeah, it really was. Boy, he used to just put the. Woo,
It
this rave, that rave. It reminded me of like Zoids in a way, you know.
Yeah, it had power-ups to the sword.
Mm-hmm.
It does not. I tried to watch it a few years ago. It does not hold up.
Okay.
It was not, and you could tell the show had such a low budget. Like, they did not.
Well, then
did
too,
not
I did
reach
read Rave
out
Master,
budget.
so I don't know.
I did too. That's where I first found it. Like I said, back in middle school.
Shaman
I
King?
read Harry Potter. I had all 7 books.
That's not an anime.
I know, I'm just saying. If you're talking about shit I've read, that's, the Redwall books, it wasn't manga. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing that out
Okay,
there.
alright, if we're not going to do the manga reading, have you read The Hobbit? You uncultured. I'm kidding.
No, it's true. Just say it. I'm very one-trick minded. Like, I pick things very obscure or not even obscure, and I just only... That's my entertainment for that time period. Like, I'm like a robot, essentially.
Robot.
Well, that's how I found any other anime other than Dragon Ball. What was on Toonami? Like,
Yeah.
was through mangas.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Because
And then
like
you-
you said,
yeah.
there wasn't any internet around, and I was
That-
like, well, I want to see what's up with this Japanese shit, man. It seems pretty cool if that's what Dragon Ball's like. What?
I guess in that particular sense, I was much more privileged because my mom, she kind of was like psychic in the idea that she was like, no, this is going to be big. So she kind of dove headfirst into like computers and shit. So ever since it was available, we've had internet type of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm a legit internet baby.
Wow.
Because I learned how to build computers because my mom was doing it and stuff like that. So all those things, like I would just go and find like the anime that was on TV on the internet, and then it'd have that website would have all the other anime there. So I just picked from there.
I didn't even know it was an option.
Yeah, AnimeFreak.tv is one place that's like really popular. Funimation, you used to be able to just watch it for free. I think you gotta pay
You
now.
still can. You just gotta watch commercials.
Oh yeah, see.
And they're really badly timed. It'll be like in the middle of a sentence or like the middle of like a fight scene, and it'll freeze, and it'll be like, man, that's crazy that's the scene where it's just like Dragon Ball, and there's a bunch of just weird lights. There's no actual picture.
That's one thing you can appreciate from Crunchyroll. They at least find decent times in the episodes to give you the ads.
The ad slap. MicSpam's like, nah,
There's
ad blocker that
reason-
shit.
There's no reason to ever watch an ad ever.
Well, Crunchyroll had a pretty good one at the time that wasn't it wouldn't let you watch it if you had an ad blocker active at the time, and there wasn't one that you could use. So we didn't really care. We just paid for the premium. That way we didn't have to watch the ads. That way we even got the most recent episodes and everything too. And it was
I
like,
can't even live with ads. Can't do it.
you know,
I haven't watched an ad in years.
dude, the ads these days are actually getting pretty good. I like music. I like the direction that YouTube's gone with some of their ads, where they'll literally put like a full music song inside of an ad block, but they'll wait to the very end of the video. So it's like you were already done watching this video. If you wanted to leave, you can. But if it's interesting enough, you can stick around and watch it. You can still skip it if for some reason you wanted to see the credits. But I like music, so it exposes me to like new music that I haven't heard, or new artists I haven't heard, or something like that. And I think that's good in that particular way. And like some other ads are decent, they're not like all like, oh shit, get these ads out of here, type of thing. I think that people paid so the way they could try and get to your audience, because it might be, and ads have gotten much smarter. They're trying to tailor certain ads to how you like things, so it's not gonna be like, oh, you're a single guy and you're about to get some ads about pregnancy or some shit. It's nothing like that about to happen. So,
He's getting a bunch of dating
You're speaking
websites.
like a savage right now, Jay. like a savage. Like, no, can't do it. If I'm going to watch something and then an ad comes on, I just don't watch it.
Actually, I'm almost 100% on your bandwagon. Like, when I actually was watching it, I watched Black Clover with the ads. Whenever an ad came on, instantly just grabbed my phone and started looking at it. But the ads were playing like anime shit, so then I would actually get kind of almost pissed off at the fact because I wanted to watch this fighter's video because it was really sick. But then I look up because there's a really sick anime playing, so I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. So I'm not all, smartphone kills ads in my opinion. So unless the ad's really, really good or geared towards me,
and I mean,
good luck.
I'm with you guys too. Like most of the ads that pop up in any video I'm watching, I skip it too. But so they give you 5 seconds till you can skip it. So I give them at least 5 seconds of attention. Like shit, I was already gonna do it watching the video, and I can skip. I
already don't have time, man. They don't get my 5 seconds.
No, if I can skip, I skip. Yo,
well,
you really gotta go good with the ad if you're gonna net me to not hit that skip button because I'm trying to watch something.
Yeah, but like if the skip isn't available, I'm not gonna just like, all right, let me divert my attention for 5 seconds.
Oh, I will, and then I'll get pissed off when I come back because I missed it. Every fucking time.
It's only 5 seconds. You have to wait.
I have a steel-plated ad block. I haven't even gotten close to an ad in years.
Ads are extinct.
I haven't even heard a rumor of an ad in years.
Like this is the first he's heard of an ad and like whatever. He's like, those still exist? I thought those were going extinct soon.
Oh my god, I thought we banned ads from everything.
I can't, man. Advertising only works on idiots.
I mean, I can completely say that I don't think an ad other than food ads have ever gotten me to like, oh my god, I need that right now. I'm gonna get up and go to the store. No, this has never fucking happened.
But it works for somebody.
But with a Taco Bell ad,
or else they wouldn't do it.
No, it just slowly envelops in your head that they exist. So you know that you can go there. So if you ever need them, I'll go there because I know they're a place. And then you Google them and, right there. They're close by or some shit.
Gesundheit again.
Honestly, the closest I get to the ads, to any sort of ad, are the ad reads they're doing the podcasts I listen to, and those are just for like chewable boner pills and CBD supplements.
Oh yeah, that shit's pointless. But it's got to be geared towards you, like you said. It's like if I see like an ad for, like I was saying, an anime that I could potentially give to you on the show. I mean, that's something I'd want to actually pay attention to. It's not gonna make me buy it, but you know.
I mean, those views count, However long you sit there watching an ad, I think that's a percentage more that they would get because you watch longer.
It just slips into someone's head out there that they might want that someday, and then when the time comes, they would.
I'll let the plebs who don't pay for premium and aren't smart enough to use an ad blocker take that bullet for me.
There you go. Yeah, you'll never get those sweet suggestion on those nipple clamps you always wanted.
I mean, any computer I get, I tend to try to soup up to the point where I don't get ads either, but at the same time, I'm also getting a bunch of free stuff I probably shouldn't be getting. But that's just me, Like, everyone else has, like, different things that they can do. I'm sorry?
Yeah, fuck the system.
No, the system's great. Don't listen to this guy. The system's a great place. Like, they understand their boundaries, and they stick to them. But they do, okay?
That's how you can make money off them. Gotta know how they play.
Exactly. You play ball with them, somehow you get money inside your bank account, and you're trying to figure out why you didn't do this sooner. Because you don't care. You got money in your account now.
Exactly. We've definitely jumped.
Who are you working for?
No one.
MicSpam is a ginormous conspiracy theorist. 100%.
That's not true.
100%.
Barely believe any conspiracies.
No, he's a conspiracy against conspiracies.
Wait. You like conspiracies?
No, I barely believe any.
Are you a flat earther?
No.
Are you sure?
If you come out as a flat earther right now, Jay, you're off the stream.
Guys,
they're immediately banned as a guest.
The Earth is flat. Don't let the media
oh
try to change
my
your
god.
perspective.
Anyway,
NASA
MicSpam.
edits their videos,
I'm going to put this into the
pictures.
Discord because I know you need it there. So there it is. This is your show.
I literally used my show and searched similar shows to Black Clover because it was so fucking good, and then I found this. So here you go.
It's pretty good, dude. You'll like it.
The Earth is actually duck-shaped. I'm on Dylan's theory on this.
If the Earth was
Well,
flat,
it's a flat
cats
duck,
would've knocked
obviously.
everything off the edge already.
It's like a pancake. You know, they make pretty
Well, you
rings.
can't go off the edge because we're surrounded by a big ice wall called Antarctica. The maps are wrong.
and that doesn't stop the Mexicans.
What are you talking about? The Mexicans can't even get close to it because there's a treaty that says you can't go past a certain degree or longitude, latitude,
I'm just
longitude.
talking about going over walls.
Yeah, it's a big ice wall. You should listen to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee tells us.
What? Bruce Lee?
Yes, Bruce Lee was from the other side of the wall. You didn't know that? Yeah, now you know.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yes, Bruce Lee is from. Yeah, that's why he died so young. It's not because he had an accident inside of the movie. That was staged. It was all staged. They killed him. Yeah, Bruce Lee was from the other side of the wall, and he was trying to tell people about it, and they had to stop that. No
but
Jeet
is
Kune Do
this-
here.
No, but is this a theory, or are you making this up on the spot? Because it's hilarious.
Okay, all right. It's partial theory, partial made up. Like I used a lot of different like what people think, and then kind of combined them in one.
Yeah, Kennedy's assassin wasn't on the grassy knoll. He was on the fucking ice wall.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's not what they want you to think.
The only
The
reason your
wall,
life
the
is
wall
going
that
downhill,
Trump's talking
Dylan.
about. It's
Huh?
not a wall. It's not a wall with Mexico. He's talking about the ice wall.
The ice wall, the Antarctic ice wall. You guys watch Game of Thrones, right? Winter.
Winter's coming.
We need to keep those goddamn immigrants off of our side of the ice wall.
Yeah, the aliens.
Yeah.
They call them aliens. You guys don't know, but people on the other side of the wall are stronger than the people inside the wall. We think this is all the world. It's not.
Nah, man. That's where you get Bruce Lee. That's where you get Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
That's where you
well,
get,
Chuck
like-
Norris isn't from the other side of the wall, but he knows about it because he was great friends with Bruce Lee.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's actually how Chuck
That's
Norris
where
got
Elon
so much
Musk
bigger.
is from.
You guys don't know this, but Bruce Lee is probably like the only person that's ever beaten Chuck Norris.
In a movie, anyway.
No, period, point blank. Chuck Norris has never been beaten by anybody except for Bruce Lee. That's because Bruce Lee was originally from over.
From over the wall.
Yes, they had to take out his whole entire lineage. You don't know this, but they killed his kids too. I'm sorry, his
No.
kids.
That's right,
way.
Dylan. Is that where Tupac's
His kid,
hiding?
his daughter. Dude, no, Tupac.
Did he go over the wall?
Tupac is in Cuba.
He's
okay?
definitely over the wall.
He's in Cuba.
I thought he was in Cuba.
He's in
Okay.
Cuba.
He's outie.
He's clearly in
thought he was
Cuba.
in
His auntie was a part of the Black Panthers and smuggled them out of the United States into Cuba when things started going downhill for him.
True story.
True story. You guys don't know this, but I know this. I got the inside scoop. I'm letting you guys know now.
This has been the Fats News 5. Taking it away with Jay.
Yeah,
All
guys.
right, big
Real
titty
swag.
girl can punch real hard. Yeah, I got the trailer.
I was going to say, did you watch any bit of
Yeah,
this?
it's fine. Big titty girl, she punches real hard.
I'm remembering there was a vague scene from this
I mean, that's
that
part of it.
was
But that's not it.
like shown in a podcast for some reason whatsoever because it was insanely gory. Unless it was like it's like the chick gets basically like eaten in front of him like by a vampire, and it's just like her head, and she like has him eat his blood or something, and then he gets his powers and stops him. Does that sound about right?
Similar to
It was insanely
It's-
gory.
it's
Dylan
really,
brought it up actually.
You got. It's really next level. Let's put it that way. This anime you're about to watch, it's like.
Mike's Bank's about to watch
Do you
it.
do you mind if I tell you a little bit about it?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I don't remember a lot, so I can't tell you a lot. But it's pretty much this place, this organization gathers people who can't die,
Mhm.
and then they have them go do missions.
Okay.
And that's kind of like how the
They
story.
can't die.
Yeah, they're immortal for some reason, or they have the potential to be immortal for some reason.
No.
So they can't die naturally. They can be killed, but they can't die themselves.
Immortal, not invulnerable.
Yeah.
Be
Now
right
there are
back.
some of
There
them
you
who
go.
I
Alright,
think they
so-
rank them too. But yeah, like some of them do have the ability to absolutely not die, but there's like some stipulation on it of some sort, you know, type of thing. So it's like they can, everybody can die, but it's like it's really hard to kill these people because of these stipulations. Some of them can't die because of, like, you'll see. I'm not gonna tell you their abilities.
It's good shit.
It's not bad. It's pretty good. At least it was when I was like reading it, because I read it, not watched
I hate how everyone's the same color in the chat.
it.
Why is everyone purple always?
Yeah, you're like a different shade of purple.
Oh.
I mean, Dylan's the one that said the most. You can kind of sort of make out who's different inside the chat based off of like the icons in front of their name.
Oh man.
'Cause Dylan doesn't have any.
We already drifted off Conspiracy Island, off the anime subject. Did we want to stick to anime in any regard? Most of my topics are actually gaming, I think. Yeah, they were all gaming. So, MicSpam, what you got? What you up to?
Sekiro's getting a lot of hype.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my god. I want it. It looks
Me too.
It
good.
looks so good.
I'll be getting a next paycheck.
One weird fact that I heard about Sekiro is play it with a controller if you have it on PC. The mouse and keyboard movement is fuckety and horrible.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Well, is this like
I'll play
a
with
predominantly
controller.
PC player or predominantly controller player that said this?
It was a PC player. It was fucking
No, yeah,
Shroud.
Any game like this.
It was literally, I was watching Shroud and he was talking about Sekiro because he was playing Apex instead, because he said the controllers, keybinds on mouse and keyboard fucking suck.
Can't you change them though?
No, it's just you want to play it with the joystick rather than buttons
Oh,
because of the
combos-
360 movement kind
I
of
see.
deal aspect to it, and it's
Oh yeah, okay, I get it now. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
perfect
Samurai Dark Souls. I'm for it.
yeah.
sense. Yeah, that makes perfect
I'd
sense.
fucking
now.
play it. The Dark Souls recipe is fantastic. That was honestly Jay literally got Salt and Sanctuary on the Switch, and it was a game that I used to play, and it's freaking it's so good. I keep playing more and more of it. I love
Yeah.
it.
I keep breaking. it.
Yeah, Jay's cheating.
I'm not
I
cheating.
do,
I'm
I
not
do have
cheating.
one gaming topic I want to bring up, but I'll bring that up a bit later once I get all the info in front of me.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little Salt, because so like I said, me and Jay have been playing that.
For sure.
Jay and I have taken. I'm just gonna play a trailer up, but like me and Jay have been playing. We take very different aspects to how we play
Oh, yeah,
these
for
types
sure.
of games. Because you had told me that you do it in the sense that
Oh, you know, I was
you
just talking about this,
once
I'm
you
gonna go to the
once
bathroom.
you beat the game, you're done.
Yeah.
So you have to switch characters a bajillion times.
Yes.
Whereas me, I'm just trying to beat the game and then beat it again.
See,
I want to beat it multiple times to get all the achievements and shit.
it's like this. I grew up with like those like small handheld games when I did have an opportunity to have a game, and that was stuff like Zelda. Those are the things I like. Those RPG stuff like that, and I like those because you go through the whole game. Game's over. You know, like I guess if you get like the next installment of the series, you can like kind of sort of what they call it.
Continue.
Yeah, continue or drag some data over. But for the most part, the game is over. So I got used to that and accustomed to it, and I feel like I'm accomplished once I beat the game. But then I realized the game started changing because I didn't really play console games much, and when that portable handheld game was done, it was done. I didn't have many console games, so I didn't know the games had changed that drastically to the point where, now there's secret stuff in secret places. Because before there was secret stuff, but I didn't give a fuck about that secret stuff. What was it? In Mario, you could do something, find this secret coin room or something. Who cares? I don't give a damn. Type shit or whatever. But then things started evolving more, and then they had cheat codes at a time, then cheat codes fell off. You don't see those too often anymore. Type of thing. So now whenever I play any game, what I do is if I know there's more than one like type of way to play the game, I'll play the game with multiple different accounts and try many different things and find out what I think works the best, And then once I get far enough in the game and I'm like, oh, I'm about to beat it, I'll start it over and do it the absolute best way that I think possible based off all the information I got and finish the game that way. And I'm completely satisfied. I will never play that game again if I can help it.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. It's just... I don't know. I've played a lot of games that are very... I've played all the Dark Souls games, and that game's very similar to it. So I kind of just know how... just strategically to get through games. Usually the best way to do something in a game like that is just to max out one stat and just go that route. Like, I went sword and shield, and the shield, like, you get a class 4, which is one below, class 5 is the best, but they were all tower shields that were super heavy, so I wanted to parry. I like parrying. Mm-hmm. But that shield blocked, like, all boss hits. Like, I had so much stamina because I was trying to go the heavy armor route, which you just can't do in those kind of games, and use heavy weapons. Mm-hmm. So I had the shield, and it would just block everything. Like, block, attack, block, attack. Bosses were just jokes. Like, I could just block all their shit. Mm-hmm. It would do 2 damage a strike. But if you didn't block, they'd do, like, 40 damage, and you're almost dead. So, that was kind of how I played it. And I just kept going. And then after I figured it out, like, I beat the game. I figured it out on my own. Now it's time to look up, all right, what did I miss? And then I missed a bunch of shit. So now, and I actually am only 3 achievements off. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to get all the achievements. So I just missed a couple NPCs. That was it. I missed the scarecrow. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
So I just got to go back and make sure I don't do that. So I just follow a guide and do it. I beat the game. Now I'm going to fully beat the game because I really enjoyed playing the game. I'm going to use a different class and try something new, but
you know
do
what?
It again.
Can I choose the class that you use?
I'm already like mostly halfway through it. I'm a mage, sword mage.
Oh, dude,
it's fun.
I want to see someone go through the game with any regular weapon, but a gun as your other weapon. But you have to also go down the cleric path. Reason being is there's a gun that uses wisdom as a skill, so you should do a shit ton of damage. It's actually gonna be my next
wisdom
next
gun. Weird. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So it's like
this game's got so much ways to play.
So
that's
it's
what
like
makes a good
what
game.
you have to do is you have to start off as a hunter. Because if you start off as a hunter, you get like level 3, but you have your points in a way that you can like.
This might be a little out there for the stream. Because, like, I don't know how many people have played it, but there are, various classes you can definitely pick and play through. But, I don't think MicSpam's definitely played Salt and Sanctuary.
You haven't?
It's definitely fun. 100%. I have streamed.
Nope.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever... do you play MMOs?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. You wouldn't know these games.
I would think of it, it goes under the category of like a Metroidvania, where it's like a 2D style game where you see something, you see a door, but you don't have the key, so you have to go
like
a
Dead
long
Cells
ways
to
to
me.
get it.
Yeah.
But I more so like the idea of Dead Cells because it's more replayable because it's randomized.
Oh.
The rogue style of games,
Yeah.
like a Vagante. Vagante is a fantastic game that I feel like. Yeah, it's an indie game, so there's a bajillion out there, but I think it does it really well in the rogue aspect, where every level's random and completely different, but not so completely that there's no like super enemies in level 1, whatever bullshit.
Yeah, I'd say Dead Cells is more like the Binding of Isaac version of that game.
I heard that game's actual story is kind of fucked up.
Binding of Isaac?
Yeah.
Oh, it's super fucked up.
It's awesome. I love Binding of Isaac. I have so many hours in it. I think it's my second played game on Steam.
Yeah, I've got a good bit of it.
Yeah, I think I played it on your computer.
72.
I
Not
love
anywhere
it.
near Spam's. I bet he's at like 800.
Nah, I'm at like 500.
That's still a lot, dude. That's a lot.
I've been playing it for a long time.
Okay.
And I'm still not even like close to finishing it.
No.
Is it
man.
really that long, or are you just taking your time?
No, it's
No,
not.
I mean, it's not that it's that. If you're good enough, you could do it fairly quickly, but it's not easy. I'm close to 600 hours now.
Oh wow.
Nice. No, Binding of Isaac.
Yeah.
But yeah, the goal, I mean, it's the same. Once you played it, you played it. It's random every run, and there are multiple characters, and the ultimate goal is to just get all the achievements,
Okay.
which there are like 400 of.
Oh wow.
There
That's
is a
amazing.
lot.
That's amazing.
In the how many of them do you have out of them?
Out of 403, there's 403.
Binding of Isaac.
I have 310.
You still have a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the only ones that are left are fucking difficult.
Mm-hmm. What's the hardest one?
For me right now,
I have to go get my clothes.
I mean,
All right.
I've been trying to complete runs with the Keeper lately.
Oh, because they added more achievements.
Well, I unlocked the Keeper, so now I have to beat all the bosses with him.
Ooh.
And I can't even beat a run with him.
Are you talking about Enter the Gungeon, Dylan? Because I've seen that game. I've never played
Enter
it.
the Gungeon? I haven't played it. I saw a little bit of gameplay on it, and I wasn't super interested. Not a huge fan of like the top-down shooter type things. Binding of Isaac's a little different for me just because the items are so unique. The just the concept behind it is super cool, and the enemies are grotesque and weird.
My favorite top-down shooter is Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies Zombie Arcade.
Oh, the fucking little arcade machine that you could play?
It was so fucking good and so hard. Like, me and Joe grinded the shit out of that, and we finally beat it once.
That was like an Easter egg, wasn't it?
No, it was, well...
It was
yeah,
a
it
very light
was.
Easter
Kind
egg.
of. Yeah, you
It
had
was
to
like
do a little...
menu Easter egg.
Yeah, it was like a menu thing that unlocked it. But then once you did, it was just another zombie map, but
No,
it was
fuck you,
not.
Dylan. Zombie mode is the only thing good about Call of Duty.
No.
Yes.
Oh, what is wrong? It's all about that esports MLG community.
Well, that's actually a good segue into my topic, Fats. I have found a new up-and-coming game. Not as much wiener as you and or your mother, Dylan. I found a new shooter that is going to overtake the world of esports. Listen to me.
What?
We're talking about Call of Duty. Who is that? Battlefield. Who's even heard of Battlefield?
Pretty sure Overwatch owns it right now.
Fuck Overwatch.
It's
okay?
well, actually.
If
like,
you want to
League
talk
of
about
Legends.
esports, I found the game, and no one even knows about it yet. And it's going to be the greatest competitive shooter of all time.
You're calling it now?
Yeah, calling it.
Calling it? He's fucking calling it, guys.
And you know what, Fats? Next time I get paid, I'm buying myself a copy, and I'm buying you a copy.
Oh my god, alright. I need to know what it is! My tits
This
are
game-
quivering.
I got a clip. The game is called Hold Fast, Nations at War. I just sent the clip through for you.
Just a cursory glance at this, but this looks like this could be the next esport.
Who's this guy? Is this Mr. Sark?
Yeah, it's just Sark.
Is that an old-timey spelling?
Christian?
Wait a minute. There's no way. Alright, well, we're gonna be on the Bridian team.
This is good. This is game of the year, baby.
Okay. Okay.
You know, modern warfare. Who cares? World War II. That's been done.
Gonna be gone.
Let's talk Revolutionary War.
Yes! This
the
is
the
Game
only
of
game
the
with
Year.
a flute class.
Wait, he's just walking around playing a flute? That's his class?
He's a drummer.
Like, what? How is he gonna kill someone?
He doesn't.
He's just gonna play his flute as his thing?
This is the Revolutionary War, man. This is how real war was fought, okay?
Oh.
You didn't like hide behind cover or like have tactics. You met the other army in a field. You all got in a line, including the flute players and guys who were just designated to hold your flag. And you said 3, 2, 1, fire.
I'm what the fuck is there we go. Oh, you're a drummer. Yeah.
His name is What the Fuck is Going On?
This video is hilarious, and Mr. Sark is the funniest person on the internet.
Alright, following you, Sark. You gotta use a British accent though if you talk.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So
This way,
definitely
WTF.
love Sark.
Follow
Watch
me,
his shit if you
Google.
don't. And his videos are such a treat because he only comes out with like one every couple weeks.
I think we've got control of the house and the piano right now. You're going
That's
down,
awesome.
But
Oh my
I am
god.
buying this game.
This game looks ridiculous.
Yes,
Esports game. I love how you transitioned esports into it. It was beautiful.
This game of the year, baby.
Light the way, friendly. I'll follow you into the dark.
It's almost like one of those
Listen.
role-playing games.
Listen, not only is this going to be stream gold,
How
I've got somebody
are you?
absolute gold.
I get
Black
that.
Desert. Oh no, this is Black Desert Online. Yeah.
Here,
But
I'm gonna
this is
take a
going to
piss
be
and grab a beer.
the next-
Jay,
what is
give
the next trend
Mike
in
Spam,
esports?
enlighten Jay.
This is the future of esports. Do you not know?
What do you mean the future of esports? What kind of game is this?
Hold fast, nation at war, man. Listen, you're not even gonna know what Call of Duty is in 2 years because this is the game right here.
You heard the man, Harry Potter, everyone.
But it looks boring.
What do you mean, man?
I said it
this
looks
is a
boring. I
real
didn't say it
man's
is.
war.
You can't get mad at me.
This is a real man's war.
I said it looks boring. I didn't say it didn't look like a real man's
Listen,
war. Where'd you get that from?
What other game has a flute class?
A flute class?
A flute class.
Mabinogi.
Does Battlefield have that shit? I don't think so.
Mabinogi, and it's been out since the year 2000.
No one's ever heard of that.
Yeah, actually, everybody in Asia's heard of that game. Have you heard of
This
Vindictus?
is America.
Have you heard of Vindictus?
What? Is that a word?
Vindictus. It's the name. It's the name of a game.
Nah, I've never heard of it.
Oh,
I'm telling you, man, this is that new fire. Battlefield can suck a dick compared to hold fast nations at war.
hell yeah! We taking this back old school. I like this. I don't know, man. That just this doesn't seem right. No, I'm good. I'm rolling a joint.
I can't. Oh, there's already 3 flutists.
Fats, tell this man what's good.
He's getting beers.
Oh, good. I should
We're
pour
gonna
another
switch
one.
seats now. He'll be back shortly. I need a plate anyways.
Oh my god. We're just watching a Sark video now, apparently. Or I am. Hello, stream.
MLG Esports of the Year.
Load.
It's
Oh,
amazing.
Fats is back. Sorry.
I'm here.
We were in the
He's
middle of
converted
something.
while you were gone, dude. This is
What were you in? I'm sorry. Am I interrupting?
Me and the stream were having a private moment.
Oh.
And you just cockblocked me.
You're gonna bang the stream in front of me?
Yes.
He's gonna cock the shit out of you.
That's rude. So I saw this, and you're gonna call me an uncultured fuck again because I never actually played this, but I played Final Fights, which is very similar, and I played some Spider-Man games that are similar, but there's some of this new Streets of Rage 4 gameplay out. Looks fun as fuck, and I want it.
I haven't played this.
Streets of Rage, eh? You never played those?
No. But I played a
That was
lot
a
of games
game.
similar to it, and it
Yeah,
looks
we like
To
awesome.
play at the arcade when I was a kid.
It gives me a DFO vibe. Yeah, definitely a DFO vibe. Yeah.
You know,
These
those
were the
were
kinds of
really
games
good.
that I would play if there were arcade machines around, which was rare where I
Is
went.
this new?
Yeah, it's gonna be new. It looks fucking awesome.
Dude, they're comboing the shit.
Yeah, I
out of this.
know. Oh, the juggle combos look for
They're
real.
wrecking their faces.
Oh, I want it so bad. That looks fun. That
You guys
looks
ever played
so
this game
much
called
fun.
It does look like a very much improved. Like the previous games were not that complex.
No, none of those games really were. They just had simple like mash combos that worked, and you
It
could
do
juggle
stuff.
opponents, and then you could do supers and special. Like I played all the Final Fight games. I'd rent them from the video store, the local video country video stores. That's what it was called. And I would get the Final Fight games, and it was like side scroller, like just beat them up, get through, and do a punch combo, grab them, throw them. That's it. That's all you really could do, and it was fun. Fun as fuck. Just go around kicking the shit out of people. It was awesome.
That brings me back though. I always like Streets of Rage.
There
what I
was
thought
a
you were
Super
playing when
Nintendo
you were-
game, Double Dragon.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's what I thought you were playing when you played that one side scroller beat 'em up.
The JoJo game?
No, no.
Oh no.
The one side scroller beat 'em up where you punch the helicopter at the end or whatever the fuck.
Oh.
You played it on stream.
I was thinking, what was that? Maybe that was a Final Fight?
It might have been Final Fight.
I don't know, for some weird reason I thought of Broforce, but that can't be it.
No, it was an emulated game.
Oh, then, yeah, it was probably one of the Final Fights then if you had watched
Yeah, I
it.
thought that was Streets of Rage when you were playing it.
Yeah, no, that was one of the co-op Final Fights. They used to just be one-player games, but then Final Fight 3, when that was out in the video store, I just saw it. I'm like, holy shit, there's a third version? What happened to the second? But I had the third, and it was fucking co-op, and me and my brother would play it. It was fun as hell.
What does it say about me that I'm more excited to play Hold Fast than I am to play Sekiro? Because I'm going to get both of them.
It says that's the reason why you were able to relate so well with such an uncultured.
Wow.
Of course, get right.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Exactly. It's the roast fat stream.
Get right.
I did have something we could roast,
Huh.
and that is BioWare right now.
What's going on with BioWare? I haven't heard this.
Have you looked into the Anthem game?
Yeah, I've heard about that game.
I was hyped for Anthem.
Yeah.
It looks dope.
Yeah.
It has so many errors.
There are so many things wrong with this game.
Yeah.
So
Released it too early.
BioWare's like Mass Effect. What are they? They're what else does BioWare make? I know they're Mass Effect.
I don't think they did Crisis, did they?
No, I don't think so. No, but it's also EA because EA owns BioWare. So BioWare is like this. They basically put all their assets into this game, and this game is just getting absolutely shat on. There's a million things you could complain about, and basically
I
the
got
main
hyped by the
thing,
trailer,
the
and-
main thing out of this giant article that you find that is a positive. The only positive about this game is its sick ass flight mechanic. That's really all it kind of has.
Hey,
It's a
they're
grind
And all the
game.
man butts.
They're gonna use that fight mechanic in a newer game that's gonna be everything that this game is supposed to be.
This was actually a good read. I read a lot of this article just through looking
But what's
at
wrong?
these.
Like, is it fixable?
Not
Not
Or
with
is it
patches.
just a shit game?
just
not
with
with
patches. They gotta release a bunch of free shit.
Yeah.
Like it's just
What's the issue? Give me a.
okay. So here's one of them. Like legendary drops were fucked at the start. So the story behind them is they were too easy to obtain. So then they patched it with the
No,
day
too
one patch, and they were way too hard to obtain, and people started bitching. So now they went back and fixed it. It's just flip flopping on small
But it's a new
updates
game.
like that. But the game in itself is
if that
just.
was the only thing, that would have been cool. But there's like so many other like gameplay mechanics that aren't like working.
It's like playing it
together.
co-op. There's so many bugs playing it co-op.
Okay, I see. Like, it's a $60 supposedly AAA title. It should be a finished product when it comes out.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now I say, in
But
their
I would
defense-
almost say it's so new that it's almost kind of in a beta stage. They haven't had any sort of play testing at this sort of a number. They couldn't have caught everything during their
This
private
one
play
got me.
testing that these millions of people will do. Unless they're doing some scummy shit or like the gameplay sucks and it's boring or something. Like if the game itself sucks,
That is it's not a super long and enticing story, and then the after they
spent
to
6 years developing those flight mechanics.
So this game is basically based upon Destiny. It's essentially very similar to that, and then it's
that's what I said.
There's
when
some
I first
optional
unveiled it, is
missions.
It looks like what Destiny should have been.
I don't think it is though.
Yeah.
Still,
I said that last year when I saw the trailer at E3. I said
that's
that.
true. That
I don't know
goes-
anything about what happened after it released.
No, it is basically an only it's a single player / co-op experience. You can definitely still do the game solo, so that's a positive. But one thing that it doesn't have, or in terms of I'm sorry, I got lost my track of mind. In terms of the story's not super long, but they force it to be long by how say a Destiny game, or even say Skyrim, if you're playing the main route, you have a bunch of different optional missions along the route that you can do, or you can just continue with the story and continue further. They force you to do these optional missions, and they're just farm missions where you're just trying to get certain loot capacities filled up, and then okay, here's your mission, now I can continue the story or some shit. It's just, from what I've read and seen, it just does not sound fun. No, it just sounds like a grind that would get boring fast.
Yeah.
And the only good thing is the flying.
But you love those
And
games.
the graphics are really good too.
Okay, the graphics and the flying, cool.
You love mindless grinding games.
I get suckered into them, but I do enjoy them. But would you say compared to in terms of, I wouldn't say mindless grinding, because I'd say it's fun grinding would be Borderlands. I grinded the shit out of Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands.
But I really enjoyed the game. The grind game needs to be fun for it to be, or at least replayable, for it to be that way. This game apparently doesn't seem to have any.
You
of
can't
it.
say I ignored you this time. I definitely acknowledged you.
Thank you. Oh, Rachel.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
that to be something in the chat.
Fucking Rachel.
What's going on, Rachel?
We're just talking about this game, but yeah, and it just
I heard
is
it too.
BioWare's actually falling apart with this game now. If it does, they've basically gambled all of their assets into producing this game, and it's taking a beating publicly.
They're losing staff
And it's their
members.
only chance at survival, so BioWare might disappear.
That's crazy. Now, what I think they did with this, because I always say this, defense. I always try to speak in their defense, and I hear to defend themselves, so I say something in their defense. Gaming development has, of course, evolved over the years, and they started 6 years ago. Gaming isn't the same as it was 6 years ago, so trying to keep up with that pace at the same time as create a captivating game.
A lot
can
of
be
people got
challenging.
fired through the development of this. If you go through this article, they had a bunch of senior staff quit or move on. One of the lead writers halfway through left to go write Destiny 2 instead.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah. Well, there.
you take too long on a game, that's what happens. Oh yeah. But it was a game that I was a little hyped for. E3 made it look really sick. I
Well,
wanted
even
it.
some of the gameplay video that had come out afterwards.
I think it'd definitely be fun, but it's just not worth the price tag.
With all the bugs and everything, yeah.
It's hard to, being someone who plays on PC and has access to all these, really quality indie games. It's hard to justify spending $60 on a game at all.
Right.
So it's got to be like exception.
Even
Yeah, it gotta be
waiting
like some
for a
Witcher 3 type
sale, dropping it down to at best 40.
Like what? $30?
Still.
I'd pay $30 for Anthem.
I'd pay
probably.
$30, but for some odd reason in my head, $40 is just no. That's a little high for some reason. Like I know, fighters 40, worth it. But it was a gamble like For Honor was. For Honor, unfortunately, was not worth it. You totally did, but I did buy all the season passes so far. Like this game is totally worth it. But For Honor, I spent the full 60 and I had to play it just in my mind for the financial aspect. I spent $60. I have to fucking play this. Mm-hmm. It sounds like a lot of the players in the fan base of this game are not happy and have the giant word regret in their mind. And that sucks because that's a lot of cash. Like, I'd play the fuck out of this game if I spent the money for it, but would it be worth it?
No.
Who knows?
I don't think
so far it doesn't sound like
I mean,
I would say pick a different game. Get Sekiro.
I mean, I'm going to.
$8.
I'm definitely going to.
Sekiro looks amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Do we have a trailer of that?
Do we have a Sekiro?
Hey, you know what you know what game is only $20?
What's that?
Hold Fast Nations at War.
Oh, yeah. MLG Esports Game of the Year.
Amazing.
Game of the Year.
17 is finally real. I told you he's a god now, man.
Oh my god. I don't think the patch has come out yet for
It's in Japan.
Oh, it is out in Japan already. That's why I've been seeing shit. Okay. God damn.
For what?
Dude, there was an absolutely massive balance patch for Dragon Ball Fighters that's gonna come out in like I don't actually know. I guess it's out in Japan already, a couple weeks or something. And it changes. They took the good approach to the game. They didn't nerf anyone. They just buffed everyone. Every character. Slight nerfs to the top characters.
Well,
like I know Kid Buu got something.
Gotenks is nerfed.
Good.
18 is nerfed.
How'd they nerf
there was a.
It must just be something combos. Very minor.
They're minor in noticing detail wise, but for people who play
for
the game
pros,
like you guys,
it
makes a big difference. You can't do like certain combos the way you used to anymore. Like Gotenks, he has a combo that he does where he ends up in the air, he dashes towards you, and he presses heavy or high or hits high twice and then hits low, or he can hit high once and then hit low. But it's like a 50-50 chance.
Option change,
yeah. That doesn't happen anymore. Now it hits twice at the top and then he can hit at the bottom. The rest of those, or the first one, they automatically.
They wrecked the mix up for him.
Yeah, it's like it'll hit at the top. Like the first punch will hit high, and then the rest of them you can block with a down low. Now, because before you couldn't because it was hitting high.
This
Stuff
game
like
looks
that.
Fucking crazy.
I was a little blind-eyed and I watched my characters and they all got buffed. This game does look sick.
This game looks fucking crazy.
I hear it's really hard, but it's.
That's the best.
Is this a From Software game?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
So it's Dark Souls.
Yes.
So it makes sense that it's hard. I wonder how open world.
They say it's way harder than any.
From what I saw in the stream, which looked crazy to me, just
I don't want to watch anything.
In terms of I did watch just a little bit just to see because I don't watch this for long periods of time.
I'm not getting.
So what I saw of the game is the character runs around. He has a very fast movement speed. Just when you're like.
I mean that's cool. That's
a good thing, and definitely I think speedrunners. I think speedrunners of this game is gonna be sick. but it looks.
Right.
looks
Speed run this
crazy.
game if you can. It's
Oh,
gonna take
you
time.
know,
crazy.
easily people are going to be.
It's gonna take time. This is crazy.
No.
489 times a person died. Dude said he thinks he's died 50 times.
I'm gonna
in the
die
first
more than
3
that.
hours.
Oh, I know, but speedrunners are just nuts at games. You should watch people just obliterate Dark Souls. It's funny. Because the game, you know, especially like how I like to play those games is blind. I don't like to watch like walkthroughs or try to see too many people get through areas.
Yeah, I like to play single player games completely unspoiled.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm. Then, if it was a really good
I've
game,
still been
look
I've
the
still
guide
been
up
ignoring
afterward.
Red Dead Redemption 2
Can't do that.
in hopes that they'll come out with it on PC.
Oh God, I
I
would
PlayStation
actually
Pro?
get it if they did. No,
I have been
no.
I've been avoiding Red Dead Redemption 2 like the plague. I still know nothing about that game. Other than some dude got in trouble for feeding a feminist to an alligator. Which is a hilarious video, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
What?
Oh, you haven't seen it? Let's play it on the stream. Hang on, let
Oh
me
my
find
God,
Are
is
you-
it stream legal?
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
your
it's a
cam
video game.
disappeared. When did your cam?
Yeah,
di-
my phone died.
Oh, you gotta warn me. It's just me. Jen.
Oh man, this guy got like kicked off YouTube for this.
He got
It's-
kicked
it's-
off of YouTube. Am I
Yeah.
gonna get kicked off of Twitch?
What? No. You kidding me? It's a video game.
Oh, it's a video game.
It's a
okay.
woman speaking in the town about women's suffrage.
Wait, did you put it in the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first like half of the video is him just listening to her talk about women's suffrage.
You think you're better than me?
You know, it's terribly important.
What is? Voting?
Yes, terribly. Once women get the vote, the whole country will stop making such a pig's ear of everything. There'll be no more wars, no hunger, no stupidity. We'll elect a woman president within the first 10
Yeah, you can skip
years
ahead to
of
like halfway
course.
into the video.
Early support is a sham.
Huh? Well, jeez. So he got kicked off for this?
You get kicked off of YouTube, yeah.
That is funny. For those of you audio visitors, this is Red Dead, and he's gonna tie up this feminist lady on his
Well,
horse.
the video is called Red Dead. What's it called? Red Dead Redemption 2: Annoying Feminist Fed to Alligator.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean, yeah, this is a straight up video
Yeah.
game. I mean, thing that's happening. This is in the game.
I don't know about getting kicked off of YouTube for this.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
YouTube's
You could've
YouTube's a
made
bunch
this
of
same
pussies.
video with any other NPC in this game, and he wouldn't have gotten kicked off.
Yeah, no.
Because it
I
was
mean, he
one
definitely
particular
picked it on purpose, obviously.
Yeah, but it's just commentary. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't think this is a red flag.
Yeah.
I think it's totally a like funny joke.
Like, yeah.
He listens to her talk about women's suffrage for like a minute and a half. Then he hog ties her and drags her out to feed to an alligator.
I feel like you can't really. I mean, if you're gonna attack the video, you're gonna just go for the whole game at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, being able to hogtie any NPC and feed him to an alligator.
Nah, that's bullshit. Nah, fuck
Just
that.
because
I
it
don't
was a
think they should
commentary
say
against
anything about the game.
feminism seems like a bullshit reason to.
Yeah.
But there are also a bunch of videos of people attacking this feminist.
Yeah, I definitely can see that.
This one went viral.
Yeah.
Well, because he got. Yeah, that was the one. I assumed the other one might have gotten.
But that was the one where the guy got kicked off YouTube for it.
That's shitty.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, whatever.
man.
Your commentary doesn't fit in with the liberals
Oh damn.
who own the media companies.
I mean, yeah, that's just a little too. I don't know. Video games are super fake. I mean, knowing, you know, the people, I guess I could see how people would bitch about it, but like.
Yeah, but so what?
Come on.
Don't watch the video.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
Dislike it. Like, that's how far
Yeah,
the
thumb it
is
down.
getting
Yeah,
a dislike.
don't make it show up on your feed anymore.
Seriously.
Oh my god. Oh, my son Billy was surfing the
people
internet. He
seek out
saw
these
my
things looking
my
to be
fucking
outraged.
alligator video and
Shouldn't you?
No,
No,
he's
that's not even the
crap.
issue.
Yeah,
on the
The
internet.
issue
Exactly.
is people
If
are
you're that
seeking
strict
out
about
this
it.
stuff to be offended on purpose. And then they want to take down whoever did it.
Oh, they want the power. It's a power struggle.
It's artificially generated outrage.
I don't like that shit. Nope. Most of the times I struggle in like arguments and shit. Like I need a little second to think about things, and it's like you ever get like someone says something and they get like the last word and then they like walk away and then you thought of the greatest fucking thing to say ever and they gone. And it's like,
No,
God
I'm great at arguing.
No, I suck. Happens to me.
I'm pretty good at arguing.
Yeah, you guys are definitely better than me. I struggle.
I mean,
I'm just simple fats, you know? Simple Rick, simple fats.
simple facts. Uncultured.
Uncultured fuck fats. That's
Fats
me.
is the frat boy of the group.
Essentially. If it's beer related, I can slightly talk about it. I'm really good at drinking.
You don't even
it.
drink real
How many
beer.
percent? What's the percentage of
Except
alcohol
for Fat
in
Tire.
Molten Rock?
Rock.
Oh, does he know that offhand?
No, he doesn't.
Not a clue.
And
I'm
the
gonna
thing
look it
is-
up.
The thing is, we've actually looked for this before and we couldn't find it anywhere on the container, but now he's looking for it.
No, don't look it up, Fats. What is it?
I have no idea.
Well, what do you think it is?
I don't know, 5?
That's a good
Ah! 4.5.
guess. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
That's solid.
That wasn't bad. That was a pretty decent guess.
No, it's not.
It was a pretty decent
Fuck
guess. He didn't
you.
know. I mean, you know.
Eat a dick.
Granted, he did know before because we did find the answer to this question.
You know what? If it never helped me later on, I clearly never used it until it has come up again at this point.
That's a good skill.
And
now.
I'm already on number 4 Rolling Rock. And
What's
Bong Joanna.
what's the highest ABV beer you've had?
I mean, I've had a Steel Reserve. I know that's high.
That's malt liquor, but sure.
Yeah. But otherwise, I don't know. Probably some random IPA I've had.
What's the highest?
It's not something I look at in beer.
What's the highest percentage of alcohol?
I go for
liquor
the taste.
Have you had?
Liquor? I mean, I've had
67%.
151.
Like
was it?
actually drank?
Yes.
67%.
Okay. What about ones that you didn't actually drink?
Like I've tasted Everclear.
And what's the percentage of that?
I've had a shot of that.
Like
That shit's horrible.
82?
Dude, there was this fucking thing at this party. I don't know where these kids got this, but it was called Diesel. That's it.
Yeah, just some grain alcohol some guy made in his basement.
No. It was an actual brand. Like, you can look it up and everything, because I did. You know, we had cell phones. And it was an actual brand. It was freaking 98%. I was like, that sounds like death.
98% or 98 proof?
It was like 170 proof.
It's
Oh.
153 proof. It's Bacardi 151 essentially, but
I've had
very,
151.
Very cheap version of that.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking that. I took a slight sip of
It
it.
seems like they also have a 190 proof version.
I think that's the one it was. Because I was like, I don't know about that 153. I'm sure it was much higher than that. But I was like, that's crazy. Where'd you get this? How did you get your hands on this? What are you doing? We're all going to jail.
That makes me like want to throw up right now.
Yeah.
Highest alcohol beer I've ever had, I actually had recently. It's the Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. Clocking it at 18% ABV.
Ooh.
In a beer.
That's not bad for a beer.
That's ridiculous for a beer.
That's like half the alcohol content of vodka.
That's not bad for a beer.
That's a lot.
That sounds pretty
And it's super rare to get. I just happened to catch it on tap somewhere. They had like one keg of it.
So random.
It's rare. It's a rare beer, and it's expensive. But it's, oh my god, it was fucking good, and it got me hammered. It was an IPA, but because there was so much alcohol left in it, that means there was also a lot of sugar left in it, because they just, with most beers, they add water to it after it comes out from the fermentation cycle.
Yeah.
And that like lowers the ABV and stuff. But this is a cask strength, so they take it directly from the aging cycle, filter it, and just bottle it. So the alcohol content's way higher, but then there's also a lot more sugar in it left over. So it's actually a sweet, like a sweeter beer. And then it has all like the flowery sort of bitters that an IPA has, but there's so much sweetness in it that it just evens it out, and it's fucking great. So if you can ever get your hands on it, definitely try it. Worth.
That sounds.
What's the name of it again?
It's the 120-minute IPA by Dogfish Head. Dogfish Head has multiple IPAs in that series. I think the 120-minute is the highest, like the most expensive of them, the most alcoholic, the most carefully produced out of them. And yeah, it's definitely hard to find, but if you can ever get your hands on it, it's definitely something to try if you ever get the chance.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
Oh. You want to talk about beer? I could talk about 100 beers.
100 beers.
I've had so many kinds of beer. Most of the bars I go to tap houses a lot, and tap houses have usually over 100 beers on tap there. So
yeah.
you
That's
know,
true.
Even if I go to one every 2 weeks,
can you recommend beers?
I would go to breweries.
See, the issue is a lot of good beers are small batches, locally brewed, and they have like a limited distribution. So the best beers you're probably going to find in your area are made in your area, and they don't travel too far from there.
They have a brewery.
You know
Local beers are the best beers. I can
Yeah.
agree with that 100%. Like, just check out where you got.
Why is it the best? Why is it better?
They just put more
Soul.
time, effort, and like most domestic beer companies, their goal is to make as cheap of a product as possible, and then make it as tasteless as possible, because they're just trying to not have it taste like shit from their shit quality ingredients.
Okay.
These craft breweries are trying to make a very complex and quality and flavorful product.
From what they got.
They're not trying to distribute it across the country. They have a limited distribution. They
started off in their mom's garage with their like best friends making their first beer, and it's like, oh, this is pretty fucking good. We should try and make some, and then they make fucking amazing beer.
See, if we're talking about domestic beers, there's only one thing that they taste like, and it's beer. Okay, but I can find a brown ale that tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. I can find if I'm in the mood, like if I'm having a
chocolate beer that you could strong taste that chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, chocolate
fucked up
peanut butter
from it.
stouts are amazing. I love
Okay.
those. But even if like there are more complex things that you like when I'm having a burger, I like to have a stout that has a real like kind of earthy, charcoaly, dark coffee taste to it.
Okay.
And it just goes great with a burger. It's great, and if it's bourbon barrel aged, even better.
Right? Why you had to say burger, man?
I want a burger now. You have to mail me a burger.
And then, like,
good
if it's a nice summer day and you're having lunch, they have, you know, IPAs that are like, they taste like flowers, kind of like a gin sort of quality, and they get a lot more bitter to them. Or they got sours
See, I'm
that
not a
tend to
big
be more
fan of the
fruit
bitters.
flavored
I don't like
and
the bitter
sweeter.
beer. Or
And
the
then they
dark
have like
beer.
Would you consider Rolling Rock a bitter beer?
I'd consider Rolling Rock a beer.
that's a domestic. It tastes
like beer.
just like beer. That's it. It has
It's
no
just-
complexity.
It's like,
to the
think about it
flavor.
as like you've got water and you add beer flavoring.
So
That's
it's like
that's
not
what I'm
flavored
talking about with
water.
the domestic beer. They're trying to make it.
You can
flavorful
get a
product.
lot of them for less money because it's shit.
They're
but
trying to
it's
make a
beer,
cheap product
so you get
that's drinkable. Okay, you'll notice a lot of cheap domestics that are really bad. They just don't do a good job of hiding the shit flavor.
Yeah,
The ones that are quote good are just good at covering up the shit flavor and making it taste as much like
I
water.
think Rolling
as
Rock
possible.
does it the best out of the shit beers.
I don't like Rolling Rock.
Rolling Rock's
Oh.
fucking good. It's got a good beer flavor to
My
it.
go-to cheap beer is Yinling.
See, we don't have that out here, so fuck you. That shit's way better than fucking Rolling Rock.
They make that shit here.
You ever go East Coast Florida or anywhere, like that's where I had it. Fucking
It's
Yingling
not all
is
that,
fucking
but it's
good.
better than a lot of other domestics.
No, you can get like 20 of them for a good price. They had like 20 cases.
I like Lion's Head too. Lion's Head's good.
Oh yeah, that was a little more. So you get the Yingling, but Lion's Head was good. Yeah, that shit
Lion's
was
Head's good.
fucking delicious. No,
Like,
the East
you know,
Coast got good fucking
See,
beer.
It's very rare. As many craft beers as I've had, lagers are one thing that I don't understand. Like, there's no, except for like one Mexican lager I've ever had that blew my mind. I've never had a great lager. They're always just kind of one note, tasteless, like kind of light on tip flavor.
I actually heard
one
you want a
note.
Canadian lager. Is
No,
that a thing
I
you've
don't
heard
think
of at all?
so. No.
No? For some
No.
reason, I've heard of that.
I got this Mexican lager once that blew my fucking mind. I've been trying to figure out where to buy more of it.
Really?
Because I got it in a variety pack, and it was fucking crazy good. Oh.
Did you
it
only
was,
have the one, or did you get two of them?
Well, it was a variety pack, so there were.
Well, was
12
it like
beer- There were 4 different beers in a 12 pack, so there were 3 of each.
3? Okay, you got 3 of them. See, if you only had one, that would suck. Cause like if you, oh my god, this is the best thing I ever tasted. How do I savor this and not chug it at the
It was
same
this stuff.
time? Had
It's
that
so
happen.
fucking good. If you, oh my god, and you would especially love it because it's more like a traditional beer kind of flavor, but it's fucking incredible. It's just got this real light, kind of bright, crisp flavor, and it has no underlying like nasty funk at all. And you get just like the little hint of hops, so you know that they're there, but it doesn't make it bitter at all. So it's still super drinkable. Like I could drink 100 of these easily, but you can only find them in 6-packs at best.
And then
And
that 6
I don't even know where to find
nope,
them. Like,
not sharing. These are mine. Fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
it's fucking amazing. But that's the only lager that's ever like blown me away. So like in
Oh.
the scope of lagers, Yingling's a pretty good lager.
Yinglings. Yeah, that's definitely delicious. I would say, the one thing I wanted to transition to was Jay has this weird magical ability. He cannot get drunk, apparently.
It's not that I can't get drunk, it just takes a lot.
It takes a lot for Jay to get drunk. It's kind of crazy.
And by a lot, I mean actual liquor, not beer.
Yeah, he doesn't drink beer because it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. Like, I'll do it socially, ping pong, beer pong.
Beer pong. Ping pong.
Yeah, ping pong.
You can play ping pong and get drunk. Easy.
I get less drunk off of, I mean, I get sloppier drunk off of beer than I get off of liquor. I feel like I stay way more even when I drink whiskey.
Yeah, like, I got drunk once, and, like, it took 5 bottles to myself of liquor.
That's not even true.
No, this is true.
Ridiculous.
This is true.
What's the time frame of this?
What kind of liquor would I have to buy to just have you chug a bottle on stream and then be fine?
I never chugged the bottle, like, the whole thing. I drank it over a course or whatever. Every time my cup was empty, they would give me another cup. And because it was, like, just straight liquor, I would just chug it. Like, I wouldn't, like, sit there.
I mean,
and,
I'm just saying, you know, what would it take? What would I have? Do you like Ciroc?
No, it wasn't expensive.
I want to
liquor.
see it, too.
I'm not chugging the whole thing of liquor. Like, you gotta think, that was almost 10 years ago.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't
10 years,
believe
yeah,
you.
that's
All
true.
I'm saying is I want to see it.
No. Let me finish the story before you decide on that.
Okay.
So, yeah. Apparently, there was this guy that came to my party. It was my birthday, 18 or something like that. And, no, I'm sorry, it was 21. Yeah, so this guy came to the party. He was all in college. He had a problem with me.
Ooh.
Yeah, he had a problem with me over
This
a girl.
fucker.
over a girl that he thought was interested in me, but she wasn't. She was interested in my roommate. But the thing was, my roommate was a girl. So the girl was interested in another girl, but because she was my roommate, she'd be over at our place, and he thought that she was with me.
Yeah.
And the thing was, they weren't.
Yo, you're good. Keep going.
Yeah, and the thing was is that I wasn't, he wasn't in a relationship with the girl. He just wanted to be, and she kept telling him no. So he was like one of those guys. But he was friends with my roommate, plot twist, right? So what happened was she said that she wanted him to come to the party and that he would stick to himself. And I was like, all right, I don't care. Don't bother me. We won't have no problems or whatever. Or I won't ask you to leave. Because I'm a very reasonable person when I'm not drunk, apparently. Even when I am drunk, I'm reasonable. Point is, cops came to the party, shut it down. The girl that I was at the party with, like, that's supposed to be like my date, I guess you could say, she got choked, and she described the same guy. So I was like, nope, it's a wrap. I gotta, we gotta fight. So I'm out there. I tell you, it's crazy. I was stripping off all my clothes because I didn't want any of my clothes to get in the way of me fighting him. And so there was a point that I had took off my jeans and I had asked my friends, hey, hold my jeans. And it was like, no, Jay, no. Put your pants back on. And
Rachel wants to know if you went full nude.
No. I kept my drawers on. Those would never get in the way, so those were still on. But
Right.
it was my. I had on like jeans, but they were like baggy and they kind of had like rips at the bottom. They were like some jeans
Boring.
or whatever. So I didn't want them to get in the way.
Yeah,
so,
you gotta go cocks out, man. Obviously.
dude. Because I had on like flip
Like
flops
the
too.
Romans.
I kicked
He
those off.
wanted to fight him, so he didn't want him to run away.
Yeah, I didn't want anything to get in the way of this fight. I didn't want there to be any excuse when it was over.
Especially that big black cock. Am I right?
Exactly. Well, Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. I wanted there to be no regrets when everything was over. Win, lose, or draw, whatever happened, I wanted no
Then you
regrets.
definitely should. They say I keep flip flopping on this. If you wanted to have no regrets, you should have whipped out your cock. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, look. It got really bad.
Okay, I'm
the
fucking
thing
with
is,
you, sorry.
he took a really long time to show up. So I sat down on the ground, and one of my friends started explaining to me what happened. He was like, he wasn't the guy that choked the girl, and I was like, oh well, problem solved. Give me the guy that did choke the girl, and I'll fight him instead. That was my solution. Oh, sorry. That was my solution to the problem. And so The dude rolls up with his friends, and he hops out of the car and he says something that you don't say to somebody from, you know, where I grew up, you know. Yeah, I can't really say it on stream. I either just know that it involves...
No, you can say it.
No, I
We
can't say
can't.
it.
You can't.
Wait,
Yeah.
you
You
can't,
need a witness protection program?
wait, no, you can't say, like, racial slurs on Twitch. You keep
I don't care.
We
I'm
can't,
in
you
Colorado. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay, anyways, you call me a fuck nigga, that's not something you do, and, you know...
Oh, yeah, okay. Whatever.
See what I mean?
Okay, the N-word.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
you're
saying. We can't say it. You can.
saying. Oh, God. I get it.
Yeah, that's what
Truth.
I'm saying.
Just say ninja. It's fine.
Okay, fuck ninja.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
did.
get what I'm saying. You didn't use those words per se. But anyway,
Yeah.
Wait, was it a hard R?
no.
I think I've said the N word on this stream before.
Don't point it out.
It was an A.
That
But
still
anyways,
doesn't matter.
That's just not something you say to somebody from my part of town. So I was like, you know what? There's no talking to be said. I just started fighting him, and his friends will vouch for me on this one. His friends, not mine. Because only one of my friends were there. All his friends will vouch for you and say it looked like a game of fight night between someone who knew how to play and someone who didn't know how to play. Because after the first hook, all he saw was a bunch of blood spray in that direction. And apparently, I ripped off part of his face in the middle of this fight. You know,
Turns
by
into
punching.
Mike Tyson when he's hammered.
No, I didn't bite him. I didn't bite him. It was literally, I was literally punching him that much. Like, I had like freaking welts on my own fist the next morning when I woke up and everything. I didn't have a hangover, which was unique. But yeah, I had welts on my fist, and I felt like I may have like, what do you call it, like sprained or something, one of the bones there, because it was like real swollen. I had hit him so hard that part of his face started falling off. He still went to work the next day.
His face started
What a
falling off.
guy.
Yeah. I saw him like a couple months later, and I didn't even recognize him, but he recognized me. And the only reason I even noticed he was there was because he was doing something. He was like hopping to the side, like what's up, what's up. I didn't even see him, and I was like, who is that guy? And as I was walking away, I was like, oh snap, that's that guy.
That's that guy.
That's that guy fucked up.
The sad thing is, he wasn't the guy that choked the girl. That
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah,
Nice.
that was the sad part.
Oh.
So, yeah, I actually
Took a
wanted to.
beating for his buddy who choked on a girl.
So, I guess so. But the thing is, I even wanted to go up to the guy and say, hey man, I apologize. That's not how I meant for things to happen. And his friends were like, no, don't do that. That's humiliating. And I was like, you know what? That does sound kind of humiliating. All right, I won't do it. Yeah, because I'm not trying to like make him feel bad. I just was genuine about it. I didn't mean to beat him up. I wanted to beat up the other guy. But he just so happened to like jump in the way and say some stuff he shouldn't have
Nah, you
said.
shouldn't have apologized. You should just like.
I didn't apologize.
Sorry.
Should have just like called him a kike or something.
No, I didn't apologize.
No, I would have just said nothing and kept walking.
No, I did. I did say nothing. I kept walking.
Yeah.
That's what eventually happened because, like I said, I didn't notice it was him until after I walked a ways away.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already. He was already past me. I didn't even notice.
Even if I did notice, I feel like I would have just kept walking. It's like, what do you say?
Well, I
Well,
guess like
I
with
would've
Mike's
again.
spam, you just tell him.
I
Fuck
would have
you.
punched him again.
Yeah,
What
just
the
hit him
hell?
again. What up, bitch? Round two.
I would have just.
You think
smacked
it's
him.
funny? Choking girls?
I would have crossed the
the guy.
street just to hit him again.
But the thing is like that wasn't the first interaction I had with him in like a negative sense, I guess you could say. Because the first time he approached me with some other random dude like he was about to jump me, and I'm sitting there on my phone trying to play this game that I just paid money for. Is, the App Store.
All
I
right,
was
Rachel, make sure to hype the stream. Whoop, whoop.
I was really into this game, and he was bothering me, and I was like, you know what? Fine. You want to talk or you want to do something? I put my phone down the moment I did that and looked at him, straight face, and I was like, what do you want? He immediately said, keep my name out your mouth, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I never used your name to begin with. Problem solved. Like, and I went on about my day. I took out my game, and I kept playing. It was not like a major event in my life, but to him, it was a big thing. Like, he felt like I was trying to, like, check him or embarrass him or something. I was like, what? I think you're thinking way too hard into it. He never got it. And I don't know if he did this, but he ended up messing up a relationship with another dude that I was pretty decent friends with, and he never told me what the problem was, and I was like, that's gonna fuck with me forever. I don't know why, and now I gotta sit here and wonder. And it's like, the sad thing is, I had a friend that was friends with that friend. It was a girl, like a female friend.
Yeah.
And she said she knew what the problem was, but when I asked her about it, she's like, actually, I'd already forgotten. I was like, fuck.
Shit.
So I had opportunities to find out, I just didn't utilize them.
Motherfucker.
It's crazy, man.
That's crazy.
That's a good story.
It's
Yeah, I
definitely
got
a
tons of
good story.
I would tell you about the time I got hit by a car.
You got hit by a
Yeah.
car?
4 cars.
No, I got hit by one car.
You got hit by 4 cars?
Yeah, I got hit
Yes.
by one car. It broke
No.
2 legs. I spent 3 weeks inside of the hospital.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
more curious
And
though.
I
Mike
walked
Spam
out.
said he got hit by 4 cars.
You got hit by 4 cars?
One of them was a bus.
Wait, were you in a car?
One of them is you got hit by 3 cars and a bus?
Were you in
Yeah.
a car?
No, I don't drive.
You don't drive?
Yeah.
You got hit by all 4 of them?
Are you like a
Give me
wizard or
the scoop.
something?
What's the details?
You
How are
tell
you
us?
not dead?
Well, most of them were during my
Detail.
teenage years, and all of them stop signs.
Wait, say what? Stop signs.
Yeah. So they were slowing down, and I just kind of rolled on the hood. So it wasn't that bad, you know.
Okay.
I played it up big for the 3rd time, and the guy gave me like $600. That was dope.
Okay.
But the bus, I was on like mushrooms,
Oh, jeez.
and I was there's a bus stop at this one Walmart that was by my house, and I was crossing across the street to go past the Walmart, and I guess the bus driver had just gotten everyone on, and he was starting to pull out, and he just kind of bumped me, but he bumped me enough to like send me a couple feet, you know. I went flying a little bit. And I was on mushrooms, so it scared the shit out of me, but I was
Yeah.
also on mushrooms, so I didn't want to make a scene, so I just kind of walked away.
Yeah, that's definitely what I would have done. I was like, no,
That's normal.
no, what
I'm
not to
cool,
do
I'm
in
cool
scenarios.
later.
Talk to people. No.
Not doing
No,
it.
no, no, no,
Just
no.
got hit by a car. Whatever, man. I'll walk it off.
No. You want to
Like,
go to the
none of them
hospital?
were that
No,
bad,
no,
like-
no, no, no.
No.
Nah,
Like,
I'm
pretty
test.
much been in like
48 hours, bro.
like fender bender versions of being hit by a car is what I've been involved in.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
One was on a bike. That was when I got the money. I was like, that bike was $600. It was like an $80. I bought it for like $80.
My buddy Tyler, while we were going to get beer at this busy place in Madison, he was turning left, and like he was fine. I don't know why the fucking biker thought he was fine to go, but the biker just went, and I was just like, I thought he had it. I was in the passenger seat, and I just told him, I'm like, bike, and then he knocked the biker over, turning left into the lane. And I was like, oh shit. And the guy just got up and stuck his hand out, and this bike like carried his bike off and then went away. It was like, okay.
Alrighty then.
Shit. He was freaking out the rest of that drive. I'm like, just get us to the liquor store. We still need the beer. He's like, dude, I need to go home. No, you don't need to go home.
Finish
Just
the
get us to
mission.
the store, you bitch.
Finish the mission.
And we got the beer.
Oh man.
But he hit a fucking biker. That was crazy. He just got up and just like, nope, we're fine. I'm out. I'm like, that guy was probably on shrooms, wasn't he? He must have been.
Maybe.
I know.
You didn't
a
want to have the
friend-
conversation.
Exactly. He's like, I shouldn't be here. Why did I just get hit by a car? I don't know. I'm out. Bye.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
That was exactly what happened to me. Did I just get hit by a bus? Man, I don't want to be a part of this.
No. Sir, are you? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess
bye.
he's fine.
Yeah, then,
He was well enough to walk
we
away.
can't not turn. We're in the middle of the intersection, so sorry. It's really all you can do. I was more like, I thought he had it. Thought he had it 100%.
When I was managing a vape shop, I had to beat the shit out of a homeless guy once.
Oh wow. Why? What happened?
Did you let him in the store?
Well, he would come in the store a lot. He was this really smelly homeless guy. And he would just come in the store and do, like try our tester things.
Oh, what a dick.
I didn't give a shit, honestly. He wasn't hurting no one.
That's fair.
He would come in like every other day, try the testers and try to talk with me, but he was on like dope or something. And then he'd leave. You know, no harm, no foul. I don't give a shit. You know, I was managing the place, but what that meant is I came in the morning, I opened the store, I ran the store all day, and then I closed up and left the fucking envelope full of money on the desk in the office.
Ooh, yeah.
So the one day it was really busy. It was probably like either the first of the month because I was right in the middle of the hood, or it was like a Saturday or something. Something was happening, but I was super busy that day. And this guy comes in and he was on something else that day than heroin, because he starts freaking out on all my customers.
he's just freaking out. Like,
yeah, he's bothering the shit out of him and being a fucking weirdo and like freaking out the customers.
So wait, give me a little specifics. Like how was he being weird? Like, does he tell him like creepy stories, or is he just making
No,
noises?
he would just like get up in people's personal space and like fucking like start going off on tangents about the vapes that they're using when he's never even owned one. And then he was just weirding people out, man, and he smells bad. Like he's always smelled really bad.
What was he like trying to get a job there or some shit?
No, I think he was on like PCP or something.
Oh fuck.
So I told him like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of the store, and he immediately freaked the fuck out on me. And started like making animal noises and cussing at me and shit. And I'm like, dude, pull the fuck out. You just get out of here. You're what? And he tries to go around the counter. So I grab him and I throw him outside. And then he gets up. I threw him outside. He gets up and comes back and tries to take a swing at me. So I grab him again, and immediately admittedly this was way too aggressive, but I fucking like suplexed him onto the sidewalk.
Oh my
yes, get him!
I wrestled for 8 years.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
so
you got him. I was just about to say, I know MicSpam. I'm like picturing this. He's like wrestling. He fucking suplexes him. He did.
Fucking dumped this guy. In high school, me and this Estonian kid who was a fucking freak of nature were in the same weight class. So we would alternate depending on what the, favor. They would try to put him against the guy on the other team who looked harder, because the dude was a freak straight from Eastern Europe. He was crazy. So I would bounce between 189 and 215, but I weighed 175.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks.
No, I did great. I went 19 and 5.
Nice.
But yeah, I jumped this admittedly way too aggressively. I could have,
Probably could have just blocked him and just held him, right?
He went out like a light. He was done. I slammed him on his head on the fucking pavement.
Ooh.
And
yeah, there's no man on the pavement.
Yeah, I was super small. I was 135.
135? Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then he didn't come back anymore after that.
Yeah, I wouldn't come back either. Shit, you just fucking. That's a life-threatening situation.
Listen, I love fighting. I look for excuses to fight. I'll get involved in if other people are getting into shit and I see it, I'll get involved.
No.
I will definitely try to calm the situation down with words.
No, I try to instigate it.
He knows.
I would call you out. I'm like, dude, come on, really?
And I didn't want to fight this guy because I had customers. But he takes a swing at me, and I grab,
He
And
gets
I'm like,
the eye.
you know, in
the
my
anime
mind, I'm like,
eye.
I'm not gonna
He took
fight
that
this
swing.
guy.
His Sharingan activates. He blocks it, suplexes him. Oh, this is a great scene.
No, it's not that I blocked it. It's not even like that, because he was on drugs or something, so he just whiffed.
Oh, he just
He
missed.
just whiffed, and then I grabbed in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna be sensible here. I'm not gonna fight this guy. I'm just gonna like take him down. You know?
He'll just go down. He'll like, what was it, Big Daddy, where he just give him a little sleeper hold.
I was
He
just gonna
goes
put
to
him on the
sleep.
ground, you know?
Yeah, just
That's
lay
what-
him
that's
down.
what-
It's
but
like, you stop that. But instead,
But
you
like,
slam him into the ground, and now
You
he's
stop
out,
that.
and he can't do shit.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh my gosh! Did you see him get
the
up and
best
leave
reaction.
when you clocked out?
No, I had to go back inside because I still had customers.
Right, but
Did you see him like get up?
Yeah.
And be like, what the? I'm not going in
how he
there.
disappeared from the
See, go
spot.
back in.
He left within like 10 minutes.
Dude,
Because
Mike says
I
he
went back
never
in
came back
and I
from the
was
shop
like, listen
again.
guys,
What
I'm
he
real
used to
sorry
say
about
is
that.
that he died.
This, that. You know?
That's why he never came back into the shop.
I don't know what happened to him.
Exactly.
I never-
That's the story he's been telling all
He's
these
done.
years.
He gone.
He's gone for sure. For good.
Suplexed him to nothing left.
Dude, I
At
didn't
that
know,
moment, he
before
knew
I had that
something.
job, I didn't know how weird, like, running a shop in the hood was. You get some fucking weirdos through there.
Bro, you get tweakers, dog.
It's crazy. But yeah, oh my god, that was
That's
the
why I didn't want
fucking
to work
craziest
nights.
day.
I was like, nah, that sounds retarded.
No.
And if
I
you,
love it.
Honestly,
And the fucked up part is I love situations like that because they make for the best stories.
yeah.
My only similar scenario was I worked the third shift at Open Pantry, which is essentially a convenience store, like a gas station, but it didn't have gas and it was right in the middle of the campus, essentially.
Okay.
So then I was third shift, which started at 11. And, basically from 11 to 3, you can get some real fucking drunk, fucked up kids showing up
Yeah.
trying to do shit.
Bars
We
letting
had
out.
one of these fancy ass smoothie machines, or like it was like an ice cream / smoothie machine, and it was like just grab the cup out of the thing, put it there, and push the button. This drunk ass kid could not fucking figure it out, and I'd never used it before, and I had a big line of people, so I'm like, figure it out. And then I just literally asked, I'm like, hey, can someone please help him figure it out while I serve you guys so you can get the fuck out of here?
You sound like that?
I didn't say it like that, but I said it in that tone kind of deal. So I was just like nicely like, please, can someone help him so I can help you kind of deal.
Wow.
And I wasn't having it. I was like, fuck this shit. I smoked a bowl before this, so I'm ready to chill. I wanted to read my book in my breaks. I had a set checklist of shit to do within the certain hours.
Can I press pause real quick? Just super quick?
Yeah.
Jay, I'll bet money this doesn't end with a good fight story.
No, the customers
And time
fighted.
back in.
The fucking customers fighted. I served the customers while the one idiot tried to figure out the machine. Like, a bunch of these drunk idiots swarmed the machine trying to help him figure it out. And they're like, I want one too. And I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Oh,
No,
wow.
I just kept serving the people. But they just had... It was a ridiculous showing of people. Like, everyone was trying to figure out this goddamn machine. No one could do it. This one guy was trying to fight. This other guy dragged him outside. He's like, no, you can't. She's his, not yours, some shit. And dragged him out. I was like, whatever, okay. And I'm still getting these people out of the store, getting the line going, because I'm just one-man show running the shit. So I'm just trying to get the line through. Like, they'll figure out the fucking machine eventually. Eventually, people showed up with the shit, but there was a mess to clean up later. That sucked. But nothing you can do. Nobody really fought. One guy dragged the other guy out, but no. Just a bunch of drunk idiots who didn't know how to do shit, but they weren't like fighting or nothing.
You know what
No.
my favorite stories are, guys?
I only worked there for like a month.
Stories of people almost getting into fights.
Did see a guy jump. Oh, yeah, oh my god, I was sick. What was that in Qdoba at State Street? It was like the go-to. There's a long-ass line, and there's this little upper section. You would walk up these stairs, and this guy got so close to jumping from the upper railing down onto this guy. They were just like having a flip-off war, flipping each other off back and forth. No, fuck you, man. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you. No, fuck you. And then the guy's up, and he's about to jump, and his one friend just yanks him down. It was like, oh, you should have jumped. It would have been sick.
Oh
Fuck.
my gosh. That reminds me of a story of me. I almost killed this girl.
Fats, have you ever been in a fight?
I've been in one.
A fight.
No.
Did you win?
Not an almost fight.
No.
Not a confrontation. A fight.
I mean, I slapped my friend in the face really hard.
Doesn't count.
No fights.
No fights.
Nope.
Okay.
I avoid that shit. I hit
Like
on the
the
chicks while the
polite-
other guys fight.
Yeah, man.
No, I don't know. I've never gotten drunk at a party and gotten aggro with someone and fought like that. I just put myself into. I like fighting.
Someone else is fighting, so you join in and help someone who you think is the right side.
No, I don't care what side. I usually side with black people. You know, they tend to know what's up.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, I mean, I mean, no offense, but like, if I'm at like a party and a fight's about to break out, I just look at the sides of the people and see who's about to win. This is if I don't know anyone, and then the side that I think is going to win, I step on their side, but I don't join in the fight. I'm just over there. So if the fight starts and they actually start losing, the side that I thought would win, I would sit there and then go to the other side. They're winning now. I'm not in the fight. I'm just there. I'm not gonna join the fight with these people. There's no connection to me whatsoever. But this is enjoyable to watch. I can learn.
I just
a lot
enjoy
from
fighting.
this.
I should, if I wasn't such a fat, lazy piece of shit who worked too much, I would like probably train in like MMA or something. I just love fighting. But all of those things are true, so I don't do that. So I just get in bullshit street fights whenever I have the chance.
I was actually gonna go ahead and do that. I was gonna be a part of world competition in the military, where you do it's pretty much MMA, but inside the military across like different countries' militaries.
I think I've seen videos of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. But the problem is that I got hit by a car. So with 2 broken legs, you can't exactly go into the army. You know, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll stop you.
yeah.
Well, there's nothing like I would suggest anybody
Hi, Rachel.
who maybe doesn't know how to fight or doesn't know how to defend themselves. I'm not saying get into boxing, get into MMA, but you learn some jujitsu.
Learn something.
I have
Like
a little Tai Chi.
jujitsu is it's a low impact sport. It's not really gonna
Tai Chi's not
take that much of a
having
toll on your body to learn,
defense.
and it'll get you out of a lot of
Until you get
situations
to
that
high
you don't
level.
want to be.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do anything.
So I would recommend anyone learn jujitsu, but like I want to learn how to fight.
You gotta learn that on the streets.
No, you got to learn that in an MMA gym.
Oh, MMA is real
No,
fight.
you
yeah.
just gotta learn how to not care about the person in front of you and know what actually does permanent damage rather than some temporary damage that just whittles
That's not
away.
true at all.
Yes, it is.
I have been in so many fucking stupid street fights. I've won plenty. I've lost plenty.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I know how to fight. Anybody with even a month's worth of training could shit on my face. A month's worth of like real training,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay.
That's all it takes is actually learning how to fight correctly, and you become immediately 10 times more dangerous.
Well, I agree to a certain extent. I think that people should learn some format and then incorporate that into what they would naturally do.
That's not even the argument I'm making. I'm saying you can't say that you know how to fight if you've only been in street fights and that's it. Like if you've never trained, you don't know how to fight. But that's what I was saying.
Oh well, yeah.
Like,
then that's
like
totally.
I'm saying, everyone should learn jujitsu because it's great for self-defense. It's low impact. Anybody could learn how to do it. It's not a super athletic thing necessarily. So yeah, jujitsu is great for everyone. But I wouldn't recommend everyone learn how to fight. I just want to know how to fight because I like fighting. But
okay, I get that.
You know,
I like fighting too.
But I don't know how to fight. Like, I'm not trained.
I mean, I actually have been trained, so I can't say that I can't disagree with anything you said. I completely agree, as a matter of fact. I just also think that beyond that step of learning some form of martial art to some degree, you should also start to incorporate that into the way that you naturally are. So the way your fight style isn't predictable. Because I look at things a lot, and I was like, you've wrestled before, right?
Yeah, 8 years.
Exactly. Okay. So, like, say, for instance, a person who just did exactly what was inside of the manual or whatever they teach you of how to, wrestle or whatever, which is take a shot, take them down, get them in, on their back and hold them there. Put them in a Nelson or whatever, half Nelson, and hold them there, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, that's your goal. But that's the ideal situation. You take a shot, take them down, you get your points, you hold them on the back, and you pin. Game's over, type of thing. But that's not how it would ever be inside of a match unless there is a huge disparity between the two.
I don't think that's true at all. I wrestled for a long time, and I was wrestling against guys that were usually bigger than me and stronger than me and even more athletic than me. And what I did was just got really, really good at 3 or 4 moves. 3 or 4 moves that I could rely on. A takedown, a good pin, maybe a transition or something. Right. 3 or 4 moves. Them, I just really worked on those.
You picked them,
and
right?
What's that?
You picked those skills, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were like things that I was being taught. They were, things that I was being taught, and I was like, I like this. I'm gonna work on this. This works for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm saying right there. You did exactly what I think that people should do. Like, I mean, I think it's great that if you know what all the other moves do, but trying to learn every single one of them to a high degree.
Oh yeah.
Is, in my opinion, not something that's favorable. For me, I did the same thing as you. I was, like I said, in the 135, but I was like 6 foot tall in 135. So I was extremely lengthy, and my body mass muscle was nowhere near as much as these 4 foot tall
135 matches I remember were really fun to watch.
Yeah, but it's like those are the really technical ones. They're moving around really quick, and then you get some of them that are actually really buff in their area. So I had to be really technical. My way of playing the game of wrestling or performing wrestling was countering. I'd let you take me down, but then I'd immediately reverse it and then pin you as fast as I could. That was my technique, and I got at least to regionals. I almost got to states. I was 1 match away.
I made it to states.
Yeah, I almost made it. I didn't figure things out until my 2nd year of wrestling.
I got eliminated in the first round of states. I won't flex that much, but
dude,
I made it
you could put that on your resume. That you went to states.
Yeah, dude, that's a good title.
You can put that on your resume that you went to states. That means that you have good discipline. You have the ability to follow through. You have,
I went
there's
to
a lot of
state
things.
as an alternate on a relay team.
You can say that too.
I fucking did, bitches. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, consecutive state. I mean, not necessarily champion, but nominee. I guess you.
I was there, damn it.
The heavyweight on our team at the time was a national champion.
Ooh, nice.
That's cool.
We had 2 players from our team go to nationals.
I'm in Pennsylvania, huge wrestling state. Pennsylvania is a huge wrestling. Like, it's like the top wrestling state.
Yeah, it gets
The best wrestlers in the country come out of Pennsylvania. Some people will say Ohio, but Ohio doesn't. Honestly,
I say the best wrestlers come from St. Thomas Aquinas.
What?
what?
It's a, okay. You probably
That's
won't.
literally the Catholic school I went to for 9 years.
Yes, that school. Fuck that school.
What the fuck?
Nah.
Waterford, Wisconsin.
You guys would come if you guys would come to Pennsylvania and play like any sort of even mid-range Pennsylvania school, you wouldn't win one match.
I believe you,
Pennsylvania wrestling is fucking crazy. It's like Texas football.
dude. I believe you.
It's wrestling in Pennsylvania is like Texas is with football. We just get, and I remember our fucking practices were the most insane workouts you could ever fucking imagine. Like it was like they were trying to kill us.
Yeah,
I believe you.
That's what wrestling was. Yep.
Yep.
From anywhere I've heard of wrestlers, their workouts were stupid, crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you try
Which was great. I loved it. I miss
had
it. I'm a
special
lazy
programs they
piece of
made
shit
up.
now, and
Gotta get into it. I'm proud of myself. Yesterday, during my hour lunch, I used the gym. It was a solid workout.
always, Ben. Always.
And then my next hour, today I went for
I'm
a
just
fucking
buzzed.
run. I'm proud of myself. Am I stoned? Yeah, I'm high as shit. I'm a little fucked off.
Fucked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up my 6-pack of Guinness.
Dang.
Feeling pretty good.
Boom, bitch.
Spicy. Oh man, we've been going to town. Damn, it's already fucking 10. Shit, we did start late.
I'm liking talking about fighting.
Yeah, I love fighting. I love I
Who
did.
do you like in the
martial arts when
UFC
I was-
right now?
Huh?
Who do you like in the UFC right now?
Dude, I haven't been watching much of the UFC, so my favorites are kind of like dated right now. I'm so sure, but at the current moment, from what I believed, it came down to Yari something, but he's like a lightweight, not lightweight, but division, but he's like skinny or whatever, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are some older names. But definitely great fighters.
Conor McGregor for sure.
I don't fuck with Conor McGregor is the most overrated fighter in the fucking world,
no,
he's retiring.
I completely agree with you.
He hasn't done anything really significant in his career, and he's already retiring.
Dude, I completely agree with you on that 100%. But the thing is,
He's
Conor
a showman.
McGregor, no, exactly, he is a showman. He knows how to bring in money. He watched enough wrestling growing up to know that you gotta mix in enough fake into all that real in order for it to sell. And he did it very well. I can't say perfectly, but he did it very well.
He better write a fucking book.
He went ahead and fought against freaking Mayweather in a boxing match.
Yeah, that was so.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever fucking
dumb.
seen.
Of
I
course
watched
he's
that
gonna
shit,
lose.
and it was fucking retarded.
So many people lost money on him because they're stupid as
I was like, what
hell.
are you guys doing?
How dumb are
you?
you?
Take away all your strengths when you say you're gonna go in the boxing ring and only box against someone who's never lost at boxing.
Good luck, idiot.
No, I mean, I will say this: he did a good job. You know,
He
did a good
never thought
job.
he. Listen, he never thought he was actually going to win. I don't think that thought ever even crossed his fucking.
No,
mind.
he's an entertainer.
Yeah, he wanted.
He
the
probably
money.
made the
He got
deal
a
with
huge
it
check.
that he wasn't gonna get his fucking face fucked up like completely.
And
Well,
that's just what it is.
yeah.
That there's not as big of paychecks in the UFC
Oh,
as
it
there
was
is
fun.
in
I will
boxing.
It was a fun
I will say this. I will say this. Conor McGregor is a very good fighter. He really is. So I mean, I wouldn't say that
Mediocre.
he would have got his face
No.
fucked up in any sense of the word.
He's
because,
not very good.
Huh?
I wouldn't even say he's very good.
No, I think he is. He
I
understands
think he just
fighting.
made a lot of noise. People thought he was a funny shit-talking Irishman. But if you look at what he's accomplished in his career, he hasn't beaten anybody really significant.
his weight divisions weren't like, groundbreaking. He was the groundbreaking part of his weight divisions.
No, that's not even true.
Yeah,
he was
at the
what, a
time,
middleweight?
Yeah, at the time, for sure, he was.
No. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look up his
you
record.
gotta think about that for a second. He had the belt, like he was the ranked 1 in those divisions.
I'm looking at his full breakdown of all of his matches right now.
I get that. I'm not doubting you when you're saying that his numbers or his actual whatevers may not look as as fleshed out as someone else who you would consider
the biggest
a higher
names
tier.
that I see in his entire career. I don't recognize anybody that he's fought up until he was already 19-2, and he fought Nate Diaz and lost to him. Then they had a rematch, and he won by decision. And then he beat Eddie Alvarez, but then denied him a rematch.
What?
That's it. That's the biggest fights he had in his whole career.
The thing is, it doesn't stop.
And he's ending 21-4 on a loss. He's retiring on a loss, 21-4, and he's had 3 significant fights.
What a rookie.
I mean, it doesn't stop him from being the champion of his divisions.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he deserves it. Listen, the UFC
Sure
has been
does.
under fire for... No, the UFC's been under fire for giving people title matches because they're the popular thing right now. You don't necessarily have to be good to get a title shot. You just need to make the most noise.
He's definitely good at that.
And that's what it is.
Showman.
The UFC is under fire for that right now.
Okay.
Because they're not giving people their fair title shots right now. The guy I got my eye on right now is Mickey Gall. AKA the guy who beat the shit out of CM Punk when CM Punk thought he could be in the fucking UFC. He is fucking beastin'. He lost to Diego Sanchez recently. 7 fights into his professional career. And even that was a debatable match because they ended the match. They ended the match on a TKO, but I think they called it too quickly. I think he was still in it. That's who I got my eye on right now. But Diego Sanchez is absolutely murdering people as well. So he's great right now. But no, Conor McGregor is the most undeserved fucking
who I
champion
miss,
in the UFC that there has ever been.
You know who I miss?
Chuck Liddell, Anderson Silva.
No.
The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
Brock Lesnar.
No. That's all you guys got?
That's really it, yeah.
Kimbo Slice.
Hell no. Come on now, really?
Rey Mysterio Jr.
I didn't even know he existed.
Forrest, what's his face?
No.
Gump?
No.
No, not Gump.
This is fire.
Randy Couture.
No.
Ken Shamrock.
No.
Still The Undertaker.
He had some of the greatest highlights, in my opinion, at the time that I was watching it. MMA consistently.
Oh, MMA? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Shrek.
What the fuck?
That's all I got.
Some of the best highlights?
In my opinion. Because they were so, like... In my opinion, if I was a fighter that was going to fight against him and I saw his highlight reel, I would have been like, shit. That
was always Chuck Liddell for me, man. Chuck Liddell used to fuck people up before he got too old and got a glass jaw.
Taz.
True,
but he used to fuck people up.
I agree. I completely agree. Chuck Liddell for sure, but that's not who I'm talking about. So someone else.
I don't know. I give
Sagat.
up.
No, not.
You're just saying fucking WWE people.
Okay, that was definitely Street Fighter.
Yeah, that was Street Fighter. John Jones.
John Jones?
Yeah, John Bones Jones.
There's a million John
He's
Jones.
still around.
I know, but like I mean, at the time that I was watching, he was going through a lot. But he was like so like dominating in his like division for like a nice period of time, and it was like, wow, that's crazy. And then like his method of going into fights was he's like, yeah, I have this book of like moves. I go through it and pick one, and then I plan to use it inside of the match.
He's still fighting, and he's still not losing.
That's good to hear.
Let me go through his from most recent to oldest.
Okay.
I'll go from most recent to his most recent loss.
Okay. How many times has he lost?
Huh?
How many times he lost? Not including that
Once.
fake loss he has.
That's 0?
He has 0 losses?
I mean, if you're not including his one loss.
Yeah, that one fake loss.
Yeah, disqualification for illegal downward elbows.
Yeah, bullshit.
I don't know.
Shenanigans.
That's a very known
the match
thing
was
in the
over.
UFC.
The match is
That's
over. That ref should have called it by then.
I didn't watch the fight.
I watched
So,
that fight.
and if you're not counting that one, then and his last match was this month.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Who'd he beat?
He's 24-1. Anthony Smith.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's the best fighter, man. He's so athletic.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature, honestly.
My goodness.
He has like 100-inch reach and shit.
It's amazing.
Jeez.
Yeah, this dude's a freaking like. Sorry, he's like massive. Dude.
Actually, I have his stats right here. His reach is 84.5 inches.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Fuck.
In order to get close to him to hit him, you have to first break the barrier of your reach.
Yeah, good luck.
Most people try legs,
No.
but his tactic is to first destroy your legs. You can't run, you can't fight back, you just get destroyed.
Kills your legs, and then he just
Yeah,
like
see,
stands away
John
for
Jones. John Jones is a truly
I'm
good
picturing-
fighter, and his record shows it. He's beaten Stephen Bonner. He beat Quentin Jackson.
He's beat everybody
He beat
he's fought.
Rashad Evans. He beat Chael Sonnen. He beat Daniel Cormier. He's beat some really big names. And McGregor? No. Overrated, overhyped, mediocre fighter. And now he's retiring.
But that's what a fighter
John Jones is a
man.
freak. John
He's
Jones is a
showman.
freak. He's an incredible
Yeah,
fighter.
hold on. Who's getting paid more?
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
We're
it
talking about
does.
who's
At the end
you
of the
said-
day,
you said-
who's retired right now because they sick?
No, but what you said was
Sad.
Conor
That
McGregor is a
sounds
great
nice.
fighter,
Right?
and that's just not true.
All right,
He's
all right.
not a great
All right.
fighter. He's
I
like-
agree. I agree. I
in the
agree.
WWE.
I agree.
The WWE. Oh my
Boom!
god.
I gotta piss so bad.
I watched the ones the WF. Should we just it's getting late on our end.
Yeah.
It should be super late on yours.
He's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Where?
Did he get a? Yeah, he's in Pennsylvania.
East Coast.
He's 2 hours, so it's 12.
Yeah,
it's
it's a-
tomorrow for
yeah.
him. It's tomorrow
How's
for
the
him.
weather tomorrow, dude?
Thanks,
man, because he's on.
You know, I don't know. I'm super high and fuck. It's been a talks. It's been some times.
Yeah, it's been one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been really liking fighters though.
Chuck Lesnar.
He showed me some fucking. I'm switching my team up. So not really though. None of you guys care about fighters, but I'm just gonna talk about it. Because my fucking team is Jiren, Kid Buu, and Android 21, and I'm gonna switch the order because Android 21 works really well with assists to get some good damage in, and Jiren as an anchor really works well by himself. He doesn't
Sorry, am I
really
missing the
need to-
outro?
No.
No, we
He's
made
talking
it
about
for
fighters.
you. I was just talking a little bit about my fighters team. I got some good advice from a guy yesterday, and I'm gonna switch my team from. I'm just gonna switch the order that Android 21 is going to be my point because she works really well with the assist of Jiren, and Jiren is going to be my anchor.
You think that's gonna help you boost in rank or something?
I think it'll improve. Yeah, actually, a lot.
A lot of little
21.
things
A lot
help
of
once
people.
you're as high up as he is.
A lot of people who play Android 21, from what he had said, which he's a rank above me, which I can definitely. He definitely knew his shit. He taught me a cool option select with Jiren. It's a little complicated, but Android 21 has a really good neutral game. It's a lot easier for her to get a hit in. She has really long mediums, and you can get like a long reach with her tail. So it's easier to get a hit with her rather than Jiren, who's a little stubby, which I've noticed it is a little harder to get a hit. But once you do get a hit, the punish with Jiren, just his solo combo potential is nasty. Like he can just do a lot of damage. And he showed me the sick combo just by using one bar in the EX version of the super fast blinking, but he's using his fists move. And
He's just punching faster than you can see. That's all it is.
he's
I don't
punching
know what-
super fast.
You called it a laser beam.
It looks like eye laser punches. Whatever. Either way, it's sick. And you can get, like...
I thought you watched Superman.
I've watched it. I just always thought it was eye lasers. I like the eye lasers.
Did you really?
I didn't watch those.
Goku was doing it too.
It was sick. But either way,
I didn't even get to the Vegito.
you do his normal...
You didn't watch Super, Jay? What's wrong with you? I thought you would have been all over that.
I watched up until where, it stopped where it was at the time that I was watching it and never picked it back up.
Where was that at?
After the God War, or not the God War, the battle between them.
Beerus and Goku.
Yeah. Beerus and... No. Beerus and
So
his...
you watched like
his brother.
the first 3
Oh,
episodes.
Champa?
Yeah, his brother.
You
Oh,
saw
the
Hit?
tournament,
Yeah,
you mean?
I saw Hit.
He saw the tournament with Hit.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was the worst animated segment of the entire series.
Really?
Objectively,
I was very
yes.
disappointed with it. I was like, okay. At that point, I felt like I was watching it just for nostalgic value, and I was like, I'm gonna finish it up to where it is, and I caught up, and like I said, I
Dog.
never picked it back up. So it got better.
Oh, yeah. The Tournament of Power. is
Tournament
really
of
good.
Power was fucking lit.
All right, I'm
It
gonna
was
watch
really
it.
good.
I'm
It
gonna
was
pick it back
fucking
up.
lit,
Oh,
except
yeah,
you gotta
man.
skip. What universe were they in, Fats? Hang on.
That was the weird one. But I want to just say, MicSpam, you better get ready. Because fucking Jay's training. And we're going to fucking play.
Universe
Or for-
2. Anything with Universe 2.
Was that Ribrianna?
Skip that, yes. Skip
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's really lame. But, yeah, you should still watch it.
But
Still
yeah,
watch it.
Watch that shit. Dude, the Tournament of Power gets...
Yeah, Goku goes insane. It's really good.
my God.
Really good. Definitely really good. But 100%. 100%. But we're gonna. I want to bring back Fight Night. So I want to.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I want to bring back Dragon Ball
I was
Fight
gonna say,
Night.
I just saw Ben's comment about how 5G is overrated.
Yeah, dude. It was funny as fuck.
That is a funny comment. I have no opinion on that, man. No opinion.
No, yeah, exactly. More Dragon Ball, but then Jay's gonna play and MicSpam's gonna play, and we're gonna have little tournaments. And we're gonna have a little scoreboard on stream like
You guys
we
are gonna
have.
get back with
I
my-
still
I'm gonna have to make some fucking strides before that happens.
17 has made a comeback. You will see.
No, you guys got it. It'll essentially be you guys fighting for second place. It'll be great.
Believe it or not, man, 17 was one of the characters in Dragon Ball Z Fighters besides Hit that I actually really like the way they fight. So
Look, 17 gets his fucking shining moment at the end of Super.
Oh yeah, he does.
yeah, but with these buffs,
If
he's
you're a
about to get,
17 fan, man, you
with
gotta.
with these buffs he's about to get right now, though.
They're
inside
so
of the
vague.
game,
They're so vague,
with
but they
these
are
buffs,
saying that he's gonna be better. Every they're making a lot of the characters more viable, which I think is awesome. Like buff everyone.
Yeah.
So we can see all these sorts of weird top
you're
8
gonna
tournaments.
You're gonna see it's gonna come in. His assist is overpowered. You don't know this. You just have to be a hit player in order to capitalize on this ability of 17's assist.
I want to say
You'll
new best character in the game after this patch, though, from what I've seen and heard. Fat Boo. Fat Boo is going to be the best character.
Get out of here.
I kid you not.
He got
Out of the pros, if you can do the technical shit with his combos,
he gets nerfed.
he is nuts. No, he gets a wall smack.
He gets a big
and
nerf.
shit. He gets shit.
He gets a nerf. He gets his thing that like
He's
a
the
lot
king.
of experts use right now, where he like grabs them, he shoots out this like twirly little pink goo that grabs them. Now it makes them go into the air a little bit, which means they're able to like get out of it.
Combo
easier.
extend.
Yeah, but it doesn't work because they're able to immediately block that.
What?
Yeah, man.
I swear.
It's
Can
crazy.
somebody quote Pearly Little Pink Goo?
Yeah,
Please.
Pearly little pink goo.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Swirly little pink goo.
That's the quote.
Swirly little.
And I think on Swirly Little Pink Goop, we're going to end on that. How about that? It's been the For the Glory podcast. I'm Fats.
And I'm MicSpam.
And I'm Jay.
And he's fucking...
Fats, listen, we need to have a talk about how we intro and outro the guests, okay?
We're going to have to work on this, Jay. If you're about to be a guest again, god damn it.
No,
but that's...
general. Listen, there's always an awkward pause. I always expect you to go like, and our guests.
No.
But you never fucking do.
No, I used to do it, and then you told me not to, so I stopped doing it. And she's raged.
No, I never said that.
I swear he
But that's
fucking
what
said
he
it.
said.
Either way, guys, we're ending it there. Bye!